Okay, I'm going.
We going.
All right. Hello, Internet. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Hey, Crimbo.
This will not be our holiday special, probably. One, because you won't hear it on Christmas, and also I don't have enough time to, like, pivot to specifically something Christmas themed, because I didn't know if we were even doing it this week.
I also don't even know if how. Never mind. It's no.
Okay. But we're going. Hi. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Before we go on, I would like to remind everybody this episode is brought to you by our patrons like Adam Harbaugh, Timebooks.g, Carlos Dragon, Ferris, Jeff Zybrid, Jerry Vasquez, Just the Fade, John Sandoval, Legendary Boss Hunter, Raptor, Rise of Kenji, Rogue Robin, Trevor, Shampire, Some Guy Named Bob 723, and Varen the Crow. If you like or do want to see more, consider supporting on Patreon. Get access to episodes early on so it helps us out. Thank you for support. We were talking about builds and EXP beforehand. Yes. Everybody's having fun. Oh my god. Sorry, I literally just got my Discord like alerts and new posts, and people are posting more.
Some of these abilities are mean.
What, in Dark Knight, the mean class?
Yeah. Painful Blow is mean.
Yes, correct. You've solved it. You've solved how this works. If we weren't actually so ready to go early, I probably would have started typing on the class guide about how the prestige classes work, but we're ready to rock, so we're going.
We go.
I don't need that document open anymore. Let me close some of this stuff down. So, it is the start of day 3 of your travel, I think.
I believe so.
Yeah, out of 5. With the 5th day being the day you will ultimately probably arrive at your destination. Again, assuming you don't get lost a lot.
The car hasn't exploded.
You had that
yet.
one misadventure with those frost elementals, but that didn't actually take that long.
It just felt long.
But that means you guys have dressed and everything, so everybody update your wounds and scratch off your strain if you got any. You've had a full night's rest. The story checker is checked, so it's good. And we ended last time with you guys inquiring about what your next job would be. You're staying over at another lovely little rest house or something, or a little tavern inn. And it turns out that there's a traveling menagerie here selling animals, and they lost animals. And they lost a raccoon. So they're willing to pay you 500 GP total to recover it.
All right.
So, we'll just jump into it then if nobody has anything else they want to do in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So to track the Racoonius, I will need somebody. No word on whether or not the Racoonius is thievius. I'll need somebody to roll me a hard survival check for tracking.
Okay.
To, wilderness detective your way out of this.
I remember we were gonna ask the people what they'd like to eat and so on and other things about it, but fair.
I feel like I'm
you can't ask that. That has nothing to do with your survival check to track it.
Here's the thing. I don't know if I should go with you guys because I feel like I'm actively a hindrance to this job.
Well, it's a menagerie raccoon, so it must be used to people to some degree. Unless they just picked it up on the wild a couple of and threw it in the cage and be like, fuck you, get in there.
No, they said it was well-trained and highly intelligent.
Yeah, no.
I think I did that right. That's
it's hard. Yeah, you got, 3 cunning, 2 survival?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, that's your check.
Because it's funny, I will also attempt to survival check.
Does the... No, the Traveler's Charm doesn't have help with tracking. It's just foraging and dealing with windblowness, right?
Yeah, I checked that before.
Well, what are the skills?
There are other talents for tracking. It's a hard survival to track.
Only survival?
Yes.
I will make...
You need to make wilderness checks. Leona is trying to look at the tiny footprint. Of course he does it. Of course he does.
I think it's more...
I love this.
Finally fucking did. Oh my god.
I love this.
It's what he does every time. So Leona is attempting to dramatically track this raccoon. You're looking for all the tiny little footprints, You're being like, oh, it's like a small tanuki. It's perfectly fine. Everything, it makes sense. I understand what we're going for here.
It was on Mortis's head the whole time.
And then you walk. You're probably walking for a little bit. He only got 1 success, so probably spend about an hour of your post-breakfast time, wandering through the
Sorry.
light shrubs and trees around this because you're starting to like move through the center of this valley and move back up. So there's some light shrubbery. There's some, cotton plants and stuff. And Leona, you feel completely lost. You turn around and go, guys, I think I've lost the trail. And then just Mortis suffer a 2 strain.
Yeah.
There is an irritable raccoon on your head.
Oh, God.
Oh, looks like bringing Morty was a good idea.
I guess he smells like food.
Maybe likes the smell or something.
Well, it says it looks like it looks quite angry. Morty, did you do something to offend that creature?
I have no idea. Is it
there is a joke I would love to make, but actually for Mortis it doesn't make sense because I'm pretty sure he's not carrying any dungeon rations because he doesn't need them.
No, I technically am carrying dungeon rations.
Oh yes, then it's trying to it's digging through your pouches and packs. It's trying to get to your rations.
Okay.
Seems hungry.
I will let it have the boar jerky.
Okay.
That's what I still have.
It starts eating jerky.
It
seems it seems content to sit on top of your head and eat.
I like to eyeball this raccoon and see if it has any injuries or whatnot. See if it's okay. Is it just hungry to get lost?
You can make me an easy survival or medicine check. Your pick.
Yeah, let's go with survival.
Munching noises.
Nice.
Nope, seems fine.
Oh, seems fine.
It's a little hungry because it's domesticated. It's probably not the right word, but it's trained. And it was just got out of its cage to go find a snack, and now it's very lost, and it found a snack.
All right.
And it seemed very upset that Tall Snack Man was not sharing his snack. But it's got a snack now, so it's good.
The raccoon now owns the snack. It is now his snack.
All right. Well, I would like to reach up and secure this raccoon if that is possible. I will not try and take his snack.
Let me see. I think that. Let's see. Actually, this is a good question. You're just gonna try and pick up the raccoon from Mortimer's head? Okay.
At least get hands on him so he does not finish his snack and flee.
Yeah. Make me a. Well, I'll let you pick which one. Make me a hard athletics or coordination check. Your pick.
Oof.
This is a fast.
He scooty me scoots. I will go with athletics.
Yeah.
No.
All right. Take a wound.
I take a wound.
It bites your hand a little bit.
All right.
Angry raccoon sounds. It stamps one of its little paws on top of Mortimer's head. Which, considering he's wearing plate mail with like a dragon bone
I don't have my
face
helmet
plate.
on if we're in a friendly town.
Okay.
Because
so it's just kind of cold and crinkly then as it stamps on your hair, which is probably quite dry.
Yes. I begin slowly walking back to the town.
All right.
Praying I have enough jerky.
I mean, we could do we want to solve this problem with magic?
I mean,
well, you guys know that Leona can speak to animals.
Yes, I know, but apparently Axe is in the corner trying to figure out what to do.
I was thinking of doing that. I was just stuck. I was literally stuck on how to actually do it.
Well, you need to start by spending a number of story points.
Yes.
This is not actually Powered by the Apocalypse. You can just say you do a thing mechanically first.
Fair.
How many story points do you have to spend for this, actually? Did you buy it
I
down
got
to
down
one?
to 1.
Okay.
Remember, yeah.
And then depending on how many durations you have, it's like for a couple of rolls or for a scene.
I forget, what is this? Is your ability just lets you talk to animals, or is it something else?
I'll just copy over the whole thing if you're okay with that.
Yeah, it's Sixth Sense.
Because I think I got the Supreme version now.
Okay, yeah, then probably need to double check. It's been a little while since you did this. Okay. Yeah. So you can sense animals, and then once active.
Oh yeah, you just straight up talk to animal, and get important knowledge. Sick.
And then you
I'm
can do
doing
complex
Mortimer,
conversations.
or
So yeah,
I
you're all the way
almost
up
call
to
myself Mortimer. I'm
you're
doing
all the way up to Supreme.
Mortis is patented statue technique right now, and absolutely trying not to spook Racoon.
Yeah. So it's like.
So yeah, you can straight up with Supreme. You can in fact straight up have a actual conversation with a raccoon. And you said you want to just try to talk to it. Ask about what's going on.
Because I feel like Leona takes a deep breath, exhales, her horns start to glow a bit, and then she just starts trying to ask if, besides hunger, how are you currently?
So, how you're speaking in a hidden
Like
tongue.
kind of
How does
like
this look to
chaos
everybody
speak.
else? Are you just saying like nonsense babble? Does Leona sound like a raccoon when she talks to the raccoon? How do you think this comes across?
I feel like she says it's. I feel like it's like warbled draconic. She says it in, but to edibles it sounds like
Okay, so
basically like primordial. So like.
Yeah, so the others probably can't pick up too well.
Have you ever
Ryahn,
done this in front of
uses
us
draconic
before?
as a
Use it on
language.
some corvids.
Yeah, don't think any of you guys were really close when you did that, but yeah, she did say that she spoke to some birds and got some
Probably
intel.
noticed like the glowing effect and everything, but probably not what she actually said.
And she
I will.
speaks in kind of
Then
a
when
weird
you
sound.
do that, I will make the sign of oh God, what's her name? The goddess of scales.
Una.
Yeah, I'll make the sign of Una. Like,
Right.
Are you possessed?
To Ryahn, because he actually speaks a little draconic, it probably sounds like Leona is speaking with a even weirder accent than normal.
He's speaking baby to the raccoon, I think. In Draconic.
Okay,
Hey.
never mind. Not demon.
Hey.
Got it.
Tell the big one to keep his hands off my jerky. It's my jerky now.
Mortis it has taken full claim of your food.
Wrong big one.
Yeah.
I did not try and touch the jerky.
I didn't try to touch the jerky either.
Well,
Yeah,
you
but
know,
he
it
doesn't know
interprets.
I know.
He kind of, Raccoon looks you up and down and says, "Just try, yeah." No, I feel like it's appropriate. Not much. How about you?
It's been a morning. Got lost trying to find you.
It was your problem. You're trying to find me. I'm too cool for that. I'm too stealth. Look at me.
Someone get
The
this
raccoon actually takes one of its paws and kind of rubs its nose over its little mask. I'm stealth. I'm sneaky.
Oh boy. So I have like 5 things in my head. It's like they're like fighting over each other. It's just kind of funny to me.
Yeah, you just try to figure out what.
It's like yeah. So how do you feel about like? Do you feel like you're living on your living on your own now, or you just felt like going on your own for a bit, or
Looking for some food. It's good food. Is this boar?
dire boar?
Good. So salty.
I think it's not spiky. But
yeah, I don't know. Kind of lost too.
I'm really feeling X's
the people that said they used to like, they said the people that used to keep very much. The people that used to take care of you. Do you want to go back to them or no?
Kind of thinks. Eats a little more jerky. Yeah, I guess they're kind of cool. They feed me. Sometimes they want me to do stuff. I climb ladders, pick locks, bend bars.
I'm more impressed by the picking
Pretty
locks
cool,
than
though.
the mending bars.
Play with the ball.
Is the ball a nice ball?
Yeah, it's weird. It's squishy. It's bouncy. I don't know why it's a bouncy ball. Leona, you probably have enough intelligence and like worldly knowledge to understand he's talking about like a rubber ball.
Yeah. I think Leona's gonna try to like put her hands out so it could like go into her arms, just so she could hold it instead of like Mortis's head as a place for it
Yeah.
to stand.
Kind of, finishes the jerky. Kind of looks at you and say, "Was this? What's going on here?"
We're just gonna take you back.
Kind of peers at you through its beetle eyes. All right, you seem okay. Just kind of slurps up your, noodles its way up your arm onto your shoulders. Comfy.
I think they're just gonna keep
kind of
talking a bit
scratches
as
its
we
cheek
travel
against
back.
one of your horn.
Okay. When he gets off of me, I will try and... No, I'm not going to try and steadily do anything. That won't work. I'm just going to give you the rest of the jerky I have in my pocket so you can keep the raccoon entertained.
All right.
Fair.
I'm going to mark off my jerky rations.
All right. Kind of turns back to you and just, to you, Mortis, it sounds like just a chitter, but Leona hears it says, "Thank you, big one. We shall remember this when the revolution comes."
Look, Leona tries to like not make a face, but her eyes just look a bit tighter for a moment. Like she had to process that for a moment. It's like, I heard nothing.
As if you talk to it as you go back, as it lasts a while, it's kind of like, remarks on that. Everybody's got its own, comment. Probably doesn't remark much about Ryahn other than it talks about how big his hat is. It's a big hat. It's a big hat. Looks warm. I could fit inside that hat. Do you think I need a hat?
Think you look good in a hat?
That'd be adorable.
I think I need a hat. Hold on, I'm gonna go steal a hat. You probably
Jesus.
no, wait, come back.
Wait,
tries to
I'll
jump
just
over
get
your
one.
shoulders. Oh, okay. Probably at one point says that, talks about Porter smelling like food and soil. He might be okay. He watch his hands, though. At some point, the raccoon will, because Leona, I think, is probably, no shame, but I think Leona is the stealthiest and light-footedest among you.
No.
The raccoon probably says that, you're pretty light on your feet. You should get a mask. Yeah, like mine. Special.
You order to get
I
one?
think I'm clearly the most stealthy here.
Yeah. I got mine for the Queen of Animals. She gave us all our markings. Very special. Got a little smudge right here.
You know where I can meet her?
Not right here. Maybe. Don't know. Never met her myself. It's just what I know. I know that's how I got my mask. The raccoon is basically telling you some version of a story that somebody probably knows about, all the animals getting their markings from Verna, so the raccoon instinctively understands that's why it has a mask. Whether it's some kind of cultural import to be like how sneaky it is, or just the legend is that Verna thought it was cute, you don't know. It's a raccoon. He's not that smart.
He's just
a little
crafty.
smart. Yeah.
I mean, for animals, they are fairly intelligent.
Yeah. Mine. Dick. Yeah, and then, with not too much more effort, it, pops back. Comes back, and the menagerie minders are like, you found our little friend. Hey, come here. Here's a little, little cracker for you. Just, cannonballs off Leona's shoulder. They give it the cracker. They manage to coax it back into probably a comfortably sized, cage. It mostly seems to be for traveling on their carts. So yeah, there you go. You got it. They will dole out 500 GP to the squad.
Squad go.
And if you want to attempt to acquire any aminals, you can. They are a traveling menagerie, so anything in the default mounts section, mounts and animals, very
Animals
easy.
get a little nervous around me.
And
Yeah, 25 roll.
if you want to ask about anything in specific,
As if you're Mount Mortis.
well, his mount is a spooky skeleton horse.
Well, no.
If you do
Fun
want some
fact,
gear for your mount,
most basic animals would recognize me as being dead, which would confuse them.
though, if you do want some gear for your mount, you can in fact do that.
Like saddlebags.
Oh
and
yeah,
wine
do
are
they
always
have
pretty good.
does Sofofnir have a I said that completely wrong, but I can't remember.
It's fine.
Does he have a bridling?
Snicker snack.
Yeah, probably comes with the tack and harness.
Okay.
But if you want, you could pick up saddlebags or some barding.
I will actually pick up some saddlebags.
Right. It's 75
That
gold.
seems like a good place to keep some of my stuff that I don't need to carry around everywhere.
But that gives your mount an additional 4 encumbrance, which is a lot because it's already a spooky skeleton horse.
Yeah, it's already encumbrance capacity 14.
Yeah, so that makes
Wow.
it 18. Listen, it's a skeleton horse. It's very
It's
light.
a-
It doesn't
can carry
really
a lot.
carry a lot. A
I
regular
assume
horse
it's
is
a-
like
I assume it's a
12?
larger horse, not necessarily like a Clydesdale or anything, but
no, but it was definitely a large warhorse
it's a
breed, is
war
what its
horse,
bones
so
are made of.
they're big.
Yeah.
Their bones are made of war.
Fertile facts, that's right.
Yeah. A regular war horse that is alive has an encumbrance capacity of 12, so being a skeleton gives it like +2, and then you saddlebag it for 4.
Yes. I
yeah,
actually do
no.
have that in parentheses, nicknamed Snicker Snack.
Like I said, anything that's in the, well, most anything. Some of the larger, the mounts maybe not necessarily, but the small animals you can find here. And if you're looking for any particular types of animals, feel free to ask about pricing and stuff, because that would require a god to figure things out. A retrained raccoon is probably not too much more expensive than a house cat. Yes, a fox that is spiritual. Well, that's magic. Let me see. How much? Let's see. Stat-wise, they're not really too much more complex. So let me compare.
Actually, fun fact, raccoons are the 7th most intelligent mammal. And more intelligent than both cats or dogs.
Cool.
I mean, I can imagine so, since half the videos I see of raccoons are them stealing cats or dog food.
The only ones that are more intelligent are chimps, or various forms of monkeys, basically pigs and rats.
Was it in the adversary too?
What are you looking for?
I was sort of
Oh,
like
and
the small.
Oh,
I think it was like,
yeah, a dragonet. Yes, that is in the your draconic list. Let
Honk,
me
honk, 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 honk.
see. Where's our rep line? Everybody all right?
Yeah, no, I'm just stretching. While you
Okay. Yeah, I'm
calculate.
debating if I want to make it a check or not, but I don't think there is really a check to find, so I just have to come up with a price point and decide if they got one.
If it was even available or not, but yeah.
Yeah, let me see. Dragonet.
I remember correctly,
Take
the
your
least intelligent animal is the crocodile.
I mean, stat-wise, a dragonet's not really that scary. It would mostly be a rarity thing, but you are getting a discount, so because they're very happy. By the way, have you guys
Surprisingly
contributed your
intelligent,
500 GP?
Oh, that's 100 each for us, right? Yeah.
125.
Oh, there's 4 of us.
Yes. No.
Yep.
Hi, I don't get a share. You don't need to pay me. I'm not part of the company.
Clearly,
I
no.
mean-
We have to give a dedication to the great GM in the sky.
If only that gave us
Please
points
do not
back.
smite
but
us
no.
with horrible rolls.
Well, we do have an NPC with us. I don't know if she went with us when we were looking for the raccoons.
Nah,
so.
she's an escort target. She's not. Part of
She
this.
probably did go with you because she's very curious about stuff, but mostly would have just been like, "Oh, look at it with those little hands."
No, I'm just imagining raccoon finger guns. Like, hey, how you doing?
Crocodiles are the dumbest animal relative to body size.
Doesn't mean they
Anything
can't be
not
good
hunting,
boys.
they just don't understand it.
They don't really need that much brain space to be good.
Yeah. They're a very min-maxed predator animal of like hunt.
All right, so where's my? Sorry, I'm scrolling through my table of contents now because I'm gonna look at my mount list. Mounts and animals, companions, and eyeball them prices.
Did I do this right? No, I did not. There you go. Calculation.
Okay, so let's see. we'll say that for perspective, they you ask about foxes and they're like, well, we do have some white foxes. We're not 100% sure they're magical, but they look nice.
Mhm.
They're very calm for foxes. And that would normally run you, we'll just say, probably the same cost as something like a falcon, so 250 gold. But they did say they'd give you a discount, so it would be a 200 gold for a purchase. And we'll say the same for a dragonette. They are a
can make
exotic
that.
traveling menagerie, so they do have a couple. If you wanted one such,
I can do that. Yeah. I just
Right.
figure out what I want.
Spirit foxes would be magical in nature, right?
yes,
I would like to cast sense then.
yeah, go for it.
What is the basic? Sense.
Is it easy?
Sense, there it is. Average.
It is indeed
Use
average.
magic
Okay.
to sense the influences of the supernatural forces in the world and observe things hidden from the material. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah. GG.
Oh yeah, you rolled very well. Yes, this is
yeah,
actually a magical fox. This
Yeah.
fox has awakened its power.
It has awakened its power.
So Omega, on like because I'm looking at like the stats of the dragonette.
Yep.
Should there be numbers for their skills or just?
No, they're a minion.
Oh, okay.
That's how minions work. Minions don't have individual skill points. They have group skills. If it has a skill and it's not in a group, it just rolls with its stat.
Could it help me survival then?
I think they can't. Minions can't assist even if they're not in a group.
Because it has like range and survival and vigilance and such. So it's like,
Yeah, it can hypothetically assist you. But yeah, no. So you've discovered a fox that is of a spiritual variety.
Yes. And there's just one.
Yeah.
All right.
It's pure white.
Pure white.
How much is it?
Then I will purchase this fox.
Makes a yawny foxy bark. All right. You've got the 200 gold. They got the fox.
I'm glad I don't have a nose.
This is the stat line. That's
Oh,
a
it's
boost dice to
Just
stealth
get right in the
initiative, by the way.
card.
those things are actually pretty good.
Foxes smell awful, by the way. Though I'm assuming this is an anime fox, so it doesn't have the
It
bad
probably-
traits of normal foxes.
They're trained in extra stealth and get extra bonus points because they're magical. So probably not. It's probably subtle through the power of magic because that makes it harder to hunt. They
So
do
they
get
don't sound like the normal hell beast that foxes do.
they do get bonuses on stealth and initiative checks so long as the targets of such checks don't have magic skills.
Now, combat's not the goal here. I want Fluffy Fox. I'm gonna move him over with this motherfucker.
Yep. I'm
How do you
gonna
look for stuff
tell you,
like this?
it's gonna be incredibly unlikely that this, spirit fox you have purchased as a pet will make it to a Ninetales tier fox because they're supposed to, study for 100 years per tail.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
But it is a nice fox.
I think mine won't.
It does seem to take a liking to you, Porter.
Sweet.
It seems to know what's up. It gives you the secret magic double handshake. And a dragonette. And you are okay with purchasing one, Leona?
Yes.
Yeah, so a dragonette is still 0. It's about the size of a cat. Only it's a dragon. So it can fly. You probably got to keep it on a little lead for a little bit till it gets used to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's very hungry. But yeah, it's a little dragon. Let me see. Now that I think most of you are planning on ordering your new pets into battle anytime soon, but I believe the normal way animal companion is you have to take a talent to use your maneuver to order maneuver in an action. And I think that the talent is worded.
I think so, because I think eventually I can get this up to make it.
Hunter. Animal companion. Once we're under structure, you may spend 1 maneuver to give them. Yeah. So if you don't have that, the creature will just act after you. It just immediately takes its turn after your action and does whatever is normal to it. You can train them with survival rolls to generally follow your commands, but that would be like your action to specifically transfer to dictate its action and maneuver. Because you'd have to roll survival for trainification. But all right, you bundle them up in the cart. Diantha is quite happy. These animals are adorable.
Oh, let me make sure.
As you walk away, the raccoon does in fact give Leona finger guns.
Perfect. Who's back?
I mean, I was planning, in case it came up, that one of you guys did want to, in fact, take ownership of the raccoon. I was going to use the stats for Lemur and just drop its prehensile tail attack.
I was thinking about it, but I wasn't sure. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I don't know if it fits your thematics.
I don't want to just like
He's minding his own business.
splash of every like. I don't want to be just a literal like scrapbook of every stealth themed thing ever.
But alrighty, there you go. It's time to move on. I would like somebody now, as you load up your animals to the cart. They probably provide you with a little bit of just extra raw meat bits to feed them. As a little starter. But it's time for somebody to make me the easy survival check to navigate.
All right then. That book doesn't help me there. Don't think Gecko can help me.
Omega, I'm not rolling this. I'm just checking.
Okay.
All right,
You just want to see what would happen.
GP? Your GP
Yep.
or your HP?
Didn't roll anyway.
Yeah, no, that was a good idea that we didn't do that.
Okay, so Leona is good today at navigating. Driving the horse. Mortis once again kind of patrolling ahead of you, I think. On his newly saddle-bagged horse. All right, so we should give you a low result. I have every time I take out my percentile dice and I put them back in this table. I don't. Oh, there we go. I don't know how I lose them each time. Okay, that is all right. Okay, so we'd have to go down anyway because we already got that result. So let's just, we'll reduce it down, go 1 up. All right, you're starting to go back uphill, and it's still mostly in the morning. Time is pretty balanced because it's spring, and as you're getting along, rolling your cart up, you come across a relatively, cool and windy stretch of road. In fact, there's even a light fog across it. So, you can either make a check to go around, or you can cut through the fog, which will be a little chilly and might have obfuscations later in your day. What do you guys think?
I'm fine cutting through, but
Is the
I'm not
fog
gonna
like thick enough to block viewing the road, or?
It would be concealment 1, so not complete concealment, but it would affect your light levels. Make it a little hard to see, maybe a little hard to navigate. And it seems pretty, chilly. If you continue on the foggy path, in addition to me asking you to make resilience checks, anytime you suffer strain while it's cold and foggy, you will take 1 additional strain. It's cold and foggy. And a little damp.
I say we just push onward.
Well, I personally think it'd be better if we go around.
Okay. I'm whatever.
Well,
Yeah,
not
what do you
everyone is
think?
good as handling the cold as you are, Morty.
That's fair. I
Right,
keep
so,
forgetting about that.
is that a go around or cut through?
We're still ahead of schedule, right?
Yeah, you're about on time for what you thought, about 5 days. Which is on the faster side, yes.
Yes.
We can go
Because
around.
of cart.
I'm fine going around.
All Make me an average survival or no geography check to find an alternate route.
Okay.
Ooh, I
And a
will
slightly
assist on
lower
this,
route.
actually.
Yeah, taking assistance.
Because I know this. I'm good at this.
Does
Well,
anyone
geography,
does
not-
anyone beat a 3 geography?
No.
I have
Nope.
2.
I only have one
2-2.
rank.
Oh, I only one actually.
So me and X
Yeah,
should
Lucky
collab on it.
Lucky should roll.
Well, no, I
Yeah.
want to do skilled assistance.
Leona probably has a better int than him. Yeah.
Yes.
I get 2, but yeah.
Yes.
My
Correct.
int is 1.
Wait,
I am
no,
done.
okay, then I should make the roll then because I have 2 geography, 2 int.
You have 3 int.
No, I have 2 int.
No, I'm just providing my skill. So whoever has a good int and a geography skill, we can.
Yeah, no, if
roll.
Leona
mean,
makes
sure.
this roll, it would be 2 yellow, 2 green. If I make this roll, it would be 2 yellow, 3 green.
What?
No, 1 green.
What? Wait, how 1 green?
Look,
It's you don't add up your total. You upgrade. So
Yes.
you would treat it as having your int and then Porter's ranks in geography.
I was
So
also
that
going
would
to
be
use the
3.
I was
which
also going to
means
use
you
the
get-
adventuring guy because I think we're going to like an actual like listed area.
No, I don't think that merges because it only works on places marked. We're trying to find an alternative.
Wait, so
route.
how was I wrong, Omega?
You said you'd roll 3 green dice. That's not how many you roll. You change 3 of the green.
Oh,
2 of the
right.
green
I'm
to
stupid.
yellow.
No, yeah. No, 2 yellow, 1 green versus Axe just rolling 2 yellow if Porter assisted.
No, it'd
No,
still
no.
be 2 yellow, 1 green because I'm giving him 3 skill to his 2 intelligence.
Yes. It
But
doesn't
he only
matter.
has 1 in geography.
But you literally do not fucking listen, downloads. We're using my geography.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't understand that's how it worked.
Yes. But that's
Okay.
what, like you said, like 3 times.
Yes.
Yes. Combine.
No, my brain was just not for some
Skilled
reason
assistance.
computing
Well, we
it.
picked up on that. Skilled assistance is you use the better of the stats and skills. So, probably better for. I mean, it really again doesn't necessarily matter because the same thing works out. But probably better for some combination of Porter and Leona to make the check because they are all in the cart.
You want to
Yes.
make the roll? I can do it.
You can make the roll. I'm just providing assistance. You.
Yep.
All right, thank you.
We pull Porter up from the back of the cart, and Leona looks at her maps. You probably double check your book, even though it doesn't necessarily give you anything super helpful. As Lucky pointed out, it's not.
Average rate?
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
Huh.
Oh yeah, you actually find it with that roll. You find a shortcut,
Perf.
so you don't lose any time at all. Actually, it's faster to go this way. You figure out a spot where you can travel part of the way downhill and then switch back and go uphill less time, so it's actually faster, and you don't need to worry about it being cold.
Cool.
And so yeah, you go for a fast level. Okay, you want to cast spells while we're going?
Yeah. If we have nothing, if it had nothing happening on the road, real quick.
No further encounters.
Let me double check here. Wait, this is the wrong one. Check compel. Comprehension, it's +1. Average, okay, so it'll be a hard check for me. Okay. Man.
If only there was a table that you do add good results. for
Well, I'm
your
gonna heal a
damage.
little bit of that strain that I took earlier, so.
Yep.
But other than that, I'm going to maintain this spell, and I'm going to have a conversation with me new friend.
All right.
Basically, I'm just going to, explain the circumstances, and explain the circumstances in our journey and whatnot, and asked if they are okay with actually traveling with us, and if not, they can. I'm completely okay with letting him go right here. Or her.
Yeah, probably. Even though this one is obviously because it's only got one tail, it's probably young on this path. Spirit foxes are, a normal fox that has begun to awaken to arcane powers.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's intellect 2, cunning 3. So mobs are not normally gifted with the capacity to speak language. This one could probably, honestly, funnily enough, with intellect of 2, which is technically bigger than Porter's int pool, your fox can probably read, at least partially, like it can recognize words.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really a spell caster yet, but it has, illusory powers. It can make itself, like, look smaller, quieter, make less sound, smell less, stuff like that. And yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's reasonable. You've got snacks. It will reiterate what the Racoon said earlier, though I don't think that Leona necessarily relayed that part of the conversation, and will comment how you smell like food and clean earth. So, it's probably cool to hang out. It's free food.
I will also ask if I can give it a name to refer it to, unless it has one of its own.
Ooh, names. Those are neat. No, this one does not have a name.
All right. Well, if it is okay with one, I will give it one. But please, I'll ask for some time to actually think of a good one. Porter's int 1. He's like,
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes some time. But Porter will, give a solid promise that as long as the Spirit Fox travel with them, Porter will do his best to make sure all its needs are taken care of. And that's basically all. I'll let the spell fade from there.
It fox nods, and,
All right.
teethy smile.
All right. That's done.
I'd like to imagine, actually, I know I said it was pure white. I actually like to imagine that there's a little bit of black on the tail tip, like it's got a little ink pen tail.
Oh, that's sick. I'm totally going to teach this fox how to read and write. It's going to be a challenge, though. I barely know how to read and write.
But yeah, no. There's again, this is a literal magical fox. It is on its way to figuring out some cool tricks. And they do get a decent, even if it's a minion, it does get a decent spread of skills. Brawl, perception, stealth, survival, vigilance.
I wonder if I can teach Gecko some things.
You have a survival skill, yes. You can almost assuredly teach it some stuff. I think survival is supposed to be opposed by the creature's discipline, so it's got what, like 1 willpower?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably pretty easy to train. Dragonets can be quite clever, but are very hungry, focused, and impressionable. But yeah, no. You guys, like I said, no other real encounters throughout the day. You managed to avoid, that rolling fog bank, and just you guys are headed uphill. You've, like I said, crossed the center of the valley, so now you're starting to get onto the, the Indigwe province side. So lots and lots of rolling fields of cotton, lots and lots of careful rows of flowering plants and shrubs. Everything probably, because it's spring, everything smells floral as fuck. I hope to God none of you have allergies. You are going to be dying. So it's, just a lovely, pleasant trip. Leona, you probably spend a lot of time with your new buddy Gecko, which is he just wraps its body like around your neck and shoulders and just relaxes.
This is fine.
It's like I said, usually in the description it notes, usually when you are training them, they are young, so this one's probably freshly hatched. So does a lot of eating and sleeping.
That's fine.
But probably still old enough to fly, which is good. And yes, it is a Seal 0 fly for people keeping track at home. But all right, if nobody else has anything, then you guys will probably continue on for your usual day until you get to the evening. There's plenty of small, like I said, unincorporated hamlets up here, or more, travel rest houses that are set up. So you guys can take your pick of a place to stay. At this part of the valley, you probably notice a slight turn with the traveling houses. They are, slowly getting less down to like the Silver Legion style, and are now starting to incorporate more of the local Indigwe look and posted guards. Lots of blues.
Anyone have a reference?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking up names. What was going on?
Deciding where to sleep.
Oh,
Do you want to crash in another village or hamlet, or find a rest house as usual?
Let me check our.
I think we did a village last time. And a rest house before that.
Yes, I believe Porter wanted to sleep in an actual bed. And we did find him a mattress.
Mhm.
A little bit of a shabby mattress, but still.
But what time of day is it?
It's the end of the day. You've been traveling all day.
Let's go someplace where we can buy a dinner. I say.
Sounds like a plan.
You roll into another small village, you know. This is all farming and stuff, so it's probably, you know, early to bed, early to rise type stuff. But there's, you know, a traveler's house, a tavern, licensed to, you know, take you guys into rooms and guests. You can put up your cart and your horse. They probably request that you, you know, leave all of your animals outside. But you can, you know, go on in, grab a bite to eat. Everybody's willing to pay for a tavern meal. You can get probably soup of some kind of soup or porridge. Get some bread,
I probably
you know,
need to make
fresh
some
baked.
fox food at some point. Fox food. Anyway, I'll buy a tavern meal.
Yep.
Gotta get fat.
Everybody's eating, pay up.
Yep. Pay up.
Fresh bread, get some soup to dip it in. Lots of spring vegetables.
Tavern meal. That's a gold, right?
It's one or two. Let me see. Table X, goods and
I'll pay
services.
for the group.
Tavern meal, 2. Rarity 0.
Terror 2.
I'll pay for the group
Why?
because I have this extra spare 10 gold that I picked up last
I mean,
time.
we all
so-
have our own money, so.
Okay.
Morty's like, my treat. Also, I really want to round out these coins. I don't need them.
Yeah, basically.
Yes, you know, everybody can shave off a twofer.
Can I pay 3 gold and get enough for my fox?
Yeah, you can get a little extra there.
Yeah.
Probably gets you some extra, you know,
Some extra meat and maybe some savory juice.
Yeah.
There we go.
a meat with a little bit of gravy. Admittedly, it's probably like, you know, boiled, you know, beef or pork, but and maybe actually probably mountain stream fish instead. Actually,
Oh, probably.
probably better to get for your protein. Get, you know,
Right.
lake or stream fish. They would have ice cold water, which you can water down your choice of wine or beer with.
Probably gonna go with beer. That reminds me, I bought some Bailey's Irish cream liqueur. I should get mine.
The beer here is probably a little rustic, but it's fine. It's drinkable. All right, then it's time for, you know, you can all, you know, refresh any strain you may have taken in there somewhere and heal a wound.
I will heal a wound.
I will heal my last wound as well.
All right. So, starting of day 4 of travel.
Mhm.
I got to check for a job.
For sure.
All right.
Porter's gonna go check on Blackie, make sure that she's doing okay.
No, doing fine. You're not really. At least you haven't been telling me if you've been really like pushing the pace or anything.
No, but
I don't think you've really added to the weight on the cart. So doing okay.
okay, good.
No, already got that one. Let's try that again. Ah, okay. Yes, here we go. This is a fun one. All right, so you guys get up in the tavern. You know, you get ready to maybe order some breakfast. Probably, you know, hot oatmeal. You know, yesterday's bread. Maybe some flat cakes. But you overhear there's a merchant in town who's talking. He just came in last night, and he's talking up a storm about how his caravan was robbed. He's cut a couple of wagons. They were run down by a band of hyena folk who blocked them off and took off their carts to a nearby cave. So he's got a couple carts worth of goods they've stolen off. Should be filled with rock salt, flour, vessels of wine, other trade goods like that. And so the payment for this is actually pretty good. You can get 300 GP total for killing or capturing the bandits, and if you actually can recover the stolen goods, that's another 500.
Oh, that's pretty good.
If you can recover them yourself, but that means you gotta deal with a couple of carts.
Shouldn't be too difficult.
What is a hyena exactly? Ryan's asking this in character.
I don't know why,
never
but I
seen
think it
them?
sounds like Whoopi Goldberg.
Who is Whoopi Goldberg?
I have
I
no
have no idea
idea
what you're talking about, Mortis, but Danthe, starts flicking through a field guide. I think they're normally seen in the Southlands and the Burning Lands. It's kind of like a dog, but bigger.
A little bit meaner too.
All right.
Okay, so like a dog.
Big, strong jaws. But hyena folk are wild beastmen. They did not listen to the calling, and they just kind of roll around in wild areas. Don't usually get them this far north. And yes, I am saying that in context of it's still slightly. I know we're south of where I live normally, but we're still more northerly than where they are. As she kind of rotates her guidebook with like a map open around different directions.
Ah, yes.
All right, okay. So you're gonna go bonk some bandits in a cave.
Yeah.
What's your plan of attack here?
Running and screaming?
So it's just they just got the wagons, right? They didn't get any like of his wagoneers or anything like that.
No, yeah, they were just like, everybody get off your wagon. We're taking your wagon. Anybody who
Okay.
says otherwise gets bonked.
Just making sure.
We know where the cave is, right?
Yeah. You've got a rough direction. It's not like he can, send you a GPS satellite picture, but,
I mean, his wagons aren't low jacked.
No, he can't afford to speak to Lowland Jack about getting his carts magically tracked. It's a very expensive service.
Excuse me.
All right, sounds like Porter has the best plan, running screaming. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to suggest anything different.
It's fair. All right. It
Well-
sounds like we're just rolling initiative.
I mean, I hope that
I
they
was about
are.
to say, like, literally was like.
No, you didn't
we
say
get to the
anything,
cave.
Axe.
My mic literally cut out as I was trying to start something.
I doubt that.
I don't think your mic cuts out as much as you think it does. I think
No.
you just don't save things.
Yeah. So if you don't want to
That's
run
what
and
I
screaming, we should probably reconnoiter. So maybe someone gets stuck, like either. Actually, is invisibility a spell?
Yes.
Yeah, you can mask
a
yourself
mask
to become
spell.
invisible, but
I
it's.
don't think I have masking.
It's
No.
you don't. It's arcane only.
Yeah.
No,
I
it's
think it's
also
also
a primal
verse.
Oh no, it's arcane.
No, it's
primal, right.
it is definitely not in primal.
Oh no, it's
Like,
arcane verse. No,
Yeah.
Axe is
Is that
right.
mask?
Or Omega's right. It's
Nope.
arcane verse.
I mean, if we want to, I
Illusion.
could definitely do something of that
Alright.
nature to get us closer to the camp.
I mean, if you want to cast.
Your ranger is also multi-class to a rogue, so
Oh.
she should be decently sneaky pants.
Yeah, if you can cast invisibility on Leona, well, Leona can go in there and be all like, what's going on in here? Maybe get some numbers.
All right. Well, let's see.
So I guess- Because an idea was get a head count, and then we just bait them out to come out of the cave and fight us.
Oh yeah, I forgot to.
I
get
don't
out
know
the
why you said that when that
cards.
is literally just basically what I said.
2 spell cards.
The cards that are spells.
Yes. Okay.
Document. That's the right document.
Boo. Mask.
Yeah.
So each creates a losing.
Invisibility is usually pretty tough.
Yeah, it's 4.
I mean, it's
Yeah, I think
plus
it's a
3.
four total.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's plus 3, and it's an easy. So
You might remember I turned invisible when I did my entrance.
Yes, we recall. You managed to pull it off somehow.
I purged this from my memory for my own sake.
Because when I'm doing silly shit, I'm great at rolling.
The dice do have
Uh-huh.
a sense of comedy. It's true.
Do you want me to just actually go for full invisibility or just blur you to make it easier for you to do your stealth checks? Right, never mind, that's combat checks.
I mean, if there's no rules against it, I can also lay a augment on Leona.
I don't think there's a rule about, at least for 2 different spell checks.
I don't know how buff stacking works.
Yeah, so if we want to stack buffs and just turn.
Yeah, it's not a buff. It's something for combat checks only. So.
Well, no, I think I'll still cast fucking Lance Strider on Leona.
Okay.
It'll make her quicker and better.
All right. I will.
I'll stretch out my legs.
Let me double check the spell. Lance Strider, Divine Health, Haste, and Swift.
I will use a story point to reduce the difficulty of this check by 2 from as my humane ability.
Alrighty.
I'll wait till Aren rolls before I roll.
That's all I believe. Yeah.
We're really getting a lot of triumphs on these spellcasting checks.
I wish it actually did something.
I mean, it does do stuff.
All right, now
He just does regular stuff.
Well, it succeeded, so that's all that matters.
Yes, so you are now invisible.
Check one thing.
Renders you invisible to sight instead of your appearance. Which means that you are just straight up not seen. So let me see. There's a potion of invisibility. Yeah, so you are completely invisible. You still make sounds, but just people can't see you. And even if they do manage to detect you, you then count as having +4 concealment. So them actually figuring out where the fuck you are is bad. And you are also landstrated, so that's what Divine Health, Swift, and Haste.
Yes, and the
Okay,
regular
yeah.
upgrade of just
Also augment, yeah. So Leona, you increase your ability with all checks by 1, and you can do 2 free maneuvers. You don't have to worry about difficult terrain, and you have 5 extra wounds.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. All right.
So,
okay.
Okay.
You're invisible and you feel good. Ow. Okay. So first, if you're sneaking, let me see. You probably should still make a stealth check just so you don't make a lot of noise.
True.
But don't worry, it won't be hard. Roll me an average stealth check.
I don't have any upgrades. It's just I have an extra die.
Yes, you increase your ability with 1, so it treats your as if you had, an extra agility, basically.
And treats me as agility 5.
It's pretty good. And I believe your new cloak. Yeah, you got it.
Huh.
Yep. All right. You don't make any additional noise. You're able to sneak up on this area. You're gonna take a head count.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, it's pretty simple. Nobody, so long as you sit still and count. Nothing really there. There's looks like a short like single chamber cave. There's like a very narrow entrance and a little bit of an overhang. They got a campfire going inside. You take a second, probably not more than 5 or 10 minutes. And you see that there are looks to be about half a dozen of them. They're not really posting a door guard per se, but they're sitting around a campfire. Definitely overcooking some kind of random stew, throwing random bits of bone in. They're positioned so that they got some eyes on the door, but like I said, they're not really posting watch.
Okay.
And you can kind of see that they've managed to clumsily wheel in a couple of carts that, like I said, are loaded with, clay vessels, bags of sacks of flour, salt, etc.
Gotcha.
And they're just, kind of being high on life. They've kind of taken one of the clay vessels down and are doling out cups of wine. That's it. That's what's there.
All right. I think I'll head back.
Yep.
Give the numbers, and then I feel like about 6 of them. They're not. They're keeping watch, but there's not like any. They're not being serious about it. They're just kind of holed up, waiting, enjoying themselves. So I think it might be better if I sneak back in. So when you all, when at least when Mortis and you, Mortis and Porter, walk in, they all are busy, and then I can just pluck away at some of them as they go are busy with you.
So canonically, Leona is delivering this intelligence while she's invisible.
Yes, I'm maintaining the invisibility.
Porter's just trying to reach out and find where Leona is. It's all like, this is a very, very awkward conversation. I'm just letting you know that right now.
I wonder if Gecko's like floating on top over where she'd be invisible, but
I mean, you took your
Probably
dragon
will.
it with her?
She's
No,
that
she's saying,
direction.
yeah, you'd just be hanging around her.
Are we going to offer them a chance to surrender first? Turn themselves into the
Was
authorities?
anyone hurt in the initial
Trying to think. I'm going to
acquisition?
say probably not, because they probably surrendered without a fight. It was a small caravan, and they didn't really have any guards, so.
Then yeah, I say we give them a chance to surrender.
Oh, 1 second, Racoon's outside.
That's okay.
Symbolism.
The revolution has begun. Blood of the non-believers will run through the streets.
I still say I still say I go back in. You give them a chance to
Yep.
surrender, and if it doesn't go well,
Flank
we
'em.
just go from Plan B.
I'm pretty sure they're not going to surrender.
We gotta give them a chance.
We do.
I'm gonna go to the mouth of their cave and go and.
You want to wait for me to get back in?
Well, yes.
Oh, yeah,
no
he's
shit.
saying in the plan. He's not doing it right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna not. Yeah, I'm not literally doing that right now, but I was gonna go to the mouth of the cave and basically deliver a speech, be like, "You can either surrender the goods you stole, or face my blade."
Sorry about that.
Lucky just stepped
hurts.
away.
Just heard a bunch of
Yeah,
probably
no,
couple
I
of
say we give them
raccoons
one
scamper around on the roof.
I say we give them one chance to surrender, and if they don't, well, the consequences come down on them.
All right, that is fine.
All right, I'm gonna go sneak back in.
You should, yeah, you should be not be behind enemy lines when I do this. I'll just
Well,
wait
he
till the
can
porter gets back.
still
so
find
we
a-
can see if he's okay with the plan.
A vantage point where he has a good shot. So, or she. Sorry.
All right, so do you want to sneak back into the cave, Leona?
Mm-hmm.
All right, make another stealth check, average.
Wait, you're sneaking back into the cave?
The plan is to
Oh,
flank.
okay. I guess that makes sense.
If they don't want to surrender or any other funny business comes up, Leona's in their backspace.
I'll wait for you to make the first move anyway, so like you boost their attention.
I'm just gonna wait for a Lucky real back. I'm gonna pause the audio, and I'm gonna be right back myself.
Okay. Let's make my roll to get out of the way.
Sorry, I'm back.
No, okay, I won't step away then. Just gonna take a second and stretch my leg. I'll unpause the audio. All right.
So, Lucky, basically, what we were gonna give them a chance to surrender since they didn't appear to seriously injure anyone.
Mhm.
And I was just gonna go to the mouth of the cave and basically demand the goods, or no, we need to get Lucky. We need to get the goods out. Also, Leona is still in there.
Leona did just sneak back into the cave.
Oh, okay. I missed that part.
Yeah, that was her stealth roll just then.
Okay.
No, we need the goods. So I'm basically gonna go to the mouth of the cave and demand their surrender. And what they choose to do with that will dictate what I do next. Because
What's
there's
your
no
coercion?
point in me stealthing anyway. Oh no, I was going to go at it from an intimidation angle.
Yeah, that's
That's
coercion.
coercion, yeah.
That is coercion.
It's still.
I have one in coercion.
I mean, that makes it an effort.
He's trying-
I will stand in solidarity with you. I will give a boost.
Well, no, because the thing about I'm going to need coercion for some of my advanced class skills.
Yeah, I know. That doesn't matter. I'm just gonna. We're gonna. If you yell at them to surrender, it's gonna be coercion. So I'm gonna stand with you so you can get a boost.
What
I'll
skill
s-
does coercion use?
I'll stay behind them,
Willpower.
maintaining the spell.
Okay, I have a decent one of that.
Yeah.
So I get
Leona, by the way, take a
so
strength
Lucky
for your
would
one threat, your level.
upgrade. or add
It's a
boost.
little unnerving. You're as a Longu woman, you are taller. These are hyena folk. So they are all also ladies, and they are all also like tall and muscular and rough and tumble. They've got a lot of heavy clubs and like hammers and stuff with them. So it's a little intimidating to go into a crowd of 6 of them and just crouch down behind one of the carts.
I'm just imagining these guys look like gnolls.
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, they're anime gnolls, but yeah.
No, I was thinking if they're hyenas, I was thinking the Warcraft gnolls.
Well, all gnolls are hyenas, but yes, they are beastmen, so they are anima, so they are anime animal people, but they are hyena trait. So
So would
tail.
Lucky's assistance give me a boost die, or would
Yeah.
it upgrade my die? Okay, give me a boost die.
Boost die. Unfortunately, I only have. I have no. Actually,
It.
is coercion based off of will?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh wait, but I don't have coercion myself, so I can't give you skilled assistance.
yeah, you can't do skilled assistance.
Never mind.
No.
Wait, no, wait. I think I do have 1 point. Hang on, let me double. I do. I do have 1 point in coercion.
All right, yeah. Then you could do skilled, and you could give him access to your willpower, which is what
3.
3.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah.
Okay.
So you roll your 1 coercion with a total of
3 will.
Porter's 3 willpower.
Yes.
As basically you say, all right, I'm giving you 1 chance to give up,
Ruffians, you stand accused of thievery.
and then
You have
Porter's
one
like,
chance to relinquish the goods, or I will bring down great justice upon you.
and then Porter like slaps his staff in his other hand and says, "Oh, I'm great justice."
Oh, that's about right.
And then they flex together.
Yes.
Yes,
and
we
then
definitely do
just
that.
there's a beat, there's a big pause, and then just one of them just they all laugh uproariously. Roll initiative.
Yeah.
All of you should probably roll cool because you were totally playing.
Yeah, I
with
know.
us.
Yay, cool.
All right.
Not yay cool for me.
Don't have experience. I would buy a 3rd point cool right now, but I can't.
Hey, I got a success.
I got
A
advantage.
singular success.
So far, that's the best roll.
I've had the best roll.
It's still the best roll. It's just tied. Okay.
Wow,
now
this
it's
is
not the best
incredibly
roll.
low performing, but it's just enough to matter.
None of us here are amazing at going first.
No,
I
I'm
mean-
amazing at going first when I get ambushed.
Mine was pretty good.
Yeah. That's the thing. I'm good at
your
going first.
your pool
if
is
I'm
already
not the initiator.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, no, it's pretty simple. There's 2 groups of 3. They're kind of like on either side of their little campfire. They are wearing, they are, for the sake of simplicity, they are wielding large stone hammers and all wearing, patchwork but thick furs and hides they've cut off. So,
To go over the plan, I'll probably be taking 2nd or 3rd slot.
sure.
I mean, I feel like I'm taking first or second, depending on what Lucky wants to do.
Let's see here. Hang on, let me check something because I've been wanting to try something here. Because
As long as oh sorry.
because if I'm understanding this, they don't see Leona and Ryahn is behind us.
Yeah.
So no matter what, they're probably either coming for Porter or Mort. And because I'm right next to Mort, he can fucking, if I do get a tag, he can already
Yeah.
Bulwark.
yeah.
Block this.
Yeah, so
He can parry for you.
So tactically speaking, I think we're in a pretty good position.
Oh yeah, no, I was not planning on moving. I was planning on.
What I was
challenging
gonna
and then
say is-
launching a ice ball.
As long as we don't engage all of the enemies, I'm fine going with the 4 slots, so
Well, that's really going to depend on them. They're not really carrying any ranged weapons, so.
yeah.
I will say, you made the plan about the setting things on fire. There's carts full of
No.
perishable goods, so
We need those.
wine is very flammable. Well, it's middlingly flammable.
Oh, do they
It
have
burns
any
up very quickly.
Good.
I'm sorry, I should have been paying attention. Do they have any range weapon? It looks like on them.
No. That was what
Yeah.
I just commented around. No, they
Sorry.
have big, heavy hammers and nothing else, other than their big, sharp, pointy teeth.
All right, so this is what I wish to do. So unfortunately, Leona, you're gonna lose the buff probably, because I cannot
fine.
maintain this.
Yep.
But let me double check something here real
If
quick.
you have been maintaining it, it will go away then on the if you stop concentrating for this round, it goes away in the end of your current turn. So if you are acting first, Leona will lose her Land Strider at the end of your turn.
How about we have Leona go first? No, wait, because then she's gonna appear. Fuck.
Let Mortis go first, I guess.
I don't think she appears if
Oh
she
wait,
attacks.
Yeah, no, I do not. The spell invisibility does not say that she loses her invisibility. She just is no. They would know she's there, but they still take.
Are
huge
these minion groups
hit her.
counted as one target? Out of curiosity,
There's 2 groups of them.
but are they counted as one entity?
No, they're 2 separate groups.
2 groups of 3.
Yes, 2 minion groups. There's 6 total, but they're in 2 groups, each of 3.
Sorry,
Gotcha.
I need to trying to double check something I have, and I forgot where I put it. Where is it? Is it here? Divine health and exclude. Okay. So, I will be casting control gravity.
Okay.
I will be adding wait, let me double check this here real quick. Control gravity, that's +2. It already starts at average. And I'll be excluding Mortis from the effects.
Yep.
And how far out does it go? Let me double check that.
Short.
Short. Right.
You are probably already at short. I said it's not a very deep cave, so.
Yes. So. Let me just double check this real quick. Righto. Yes.
Yes. Okay, so you don't get any extra excludes, but
No, so
you do exclude yourself and Mortis for free.
Yep. But I will be increasing gravity.
Yep.
From short around me, and so they will be adding 3
black to all coordination and brawn linked checks except resilience.
Yes.
So yeah, you strike your staff on the ground, you hold up your shiny new bracelet, and we do that anime thing with
Yes.
the power levels. Boom. That does probably mean that Leona and Ryahn feel the effects as well because they are not excluded, but hopefully they don't need to move anywhere.
No,
I
it's
probably
it's just
moving.
brawn checks
Yeah.
and coordination. They can do everything else just fine.
So just
Omega,
don't have to go anywhere.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How many Mies wide is the cave entrance?
Use wide, they got to fit carts in there. It's probably 2 or 3 use across.
Okay.
You can't physically block up the entire entrance with yourself.
Not just me. No.
Are you gonna try and park your horse in there?
Can I go?
Yeah. Anything else you want to do, Porter?
Actually,
That
that was
is your
just my
action.
action. So
Yeah, it's just your action. So
Oh,
yeah,
I
I'll
didn't-
maintain. I will maintain my Land Strider for Leona.
all right, you are still buffed, and the alteration is concentration as well, but that doesn't end until your next turn. So
Yes.
you can decide then. All right. And then just gonna let it ride on there.
Yep, that's it for me.
Then
Okay.
yes, if nobody else wants to
Then
go, you can
I
go.
would like to go if that is okay.
Sure.
Thumbs up.
So Mortis has not unsheathed his sword yet, but has unsheathed his shield. He will raise his gauntleted hand, in the middle of which is inlaid a very familiar blue crystal. I.e., I moved the my focus from my thingy to my ring gauntlet. Because it's a weapon.
Yeah, but does it have? I don't think it has hard points.
Yeah, there's one, I believe.
Does it? Let me check.
Wasn't it the hardpoint thing itself?
Yeah, I know. I thought the gauntlets were something you put in your armor.
Yeah, they are a mod, but let me see. Weapon mods, armor mods. No, it's the other one. Where is it? Hardened gauntlets. Yeah, it just counts as a brawl weapon with the rating. Hard points are not included. It uses a
I'll
hard point to
figure
put in your
something
armor.
out with that later.
Could you use your sword just as a catalyst, but not as the weapon, or does it always just count as both?
Well, he has to wield it to use it as an implement anyway, so we can figure out where he wants to move it later.
All right, I guess I will just drop my sword and do this instead. I throw my sword next to me.
Yeah.
And as it pierces the ground, I will cast a conjuration spell.
Okay, what are you conjuring?
An ice golem copy of myself.
Okay.
I would assume that is a medium summon.
Yeah, that's
still
not even the
one.
right one. Where's
Yeah.
Where is conjure? That's conjure. Okay. Yeah. Rival no larger than still at 1. Yeah.
And it's being engaged with me, i.e. it's going to be standing next to me.
I'm
Yeah.
standing next to you.
It's going to be standing a little in front of. Actually, it's probably going to move to next to Porter, just so we can block the cave entrance.
I did say it was 2 or 3 use wide.
Yeah. So I figure me plus Porter would block it.
Yeah. Mechanically, the stat line will probably resemble those frost elementals you guys fought.
Oh yeah,
rather than
I'm
literally
not
yourself,
expecting
but
it to be a.
you want it to
I'm
look
just-
look
I just
roughly
use
like you. I
myself
think we can
because
do that.
that's what
Yeah.
it would look like.
All right. Okay. So that's medium summon. Do you want to tack on summon ally as well, so you can do all that fun stuff?
Yeah, I think I can do that. That
Right.
shouldn't be too hard. Because I don't need to do range. I don't need to do. So it would just be difficulty 3, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, that shouldn't be too bad. And you use whatever's lower. Oh, okay, yeah.
We know how to do skill checks. Gotta do some skill checks.
Dallas will eventually master,
Everyone has to learn.
like
Okay.
us, who are at least moderately.
Yeah,
You
and
played
you
Star
and your
Wars for like 2 freaking years.
Yeah. No, I was about to say. Yeah, the those of us, including Axe, who played 100
Yeah,
episodes
alright.
of Star Wars, remember how the skill system works very well.
We still fuck it up, but hey.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So, at engaged, you summon a icy boy who is roughly your size and shape. Sadly, it cannot speak, so it does not give you ice puns.
We both pose.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No.
Do the frickin'
Alright.
do the mambo.
So that's your
and
action.
I think I can use my action to move him to complete the
Yes,
block.
you can spend your maneuver to direct it to pick its maneuver in action, and it goes right after you. So, what do you want to tell it to do?
Basically, stand adjacent to Lucky, so we're basically creating a wall, and
Yep.
then enter defensive stance.
Body block.
Right, yeah, and that's what it'll do. It'll just take the opposite side from Porter, and it will just,
Yep.
stand imposingly.
All right, that's my turn.
And then it's the third PC slot.
I feel like because they're probably not going to run out. I feel like I'm fine with Aren taking the 3rd slot, and I'll wait to the 4th, actually.
Okay.
That does make sense. You don't want to reveal
Whoa,
yourself
my
before
fucking
they take their
Discord
turn.
just freaked out and jumped me to like yesterday.
Oh Jesus!
I scrolled up and it was the fucking ship maps we were posting from Barotrauma, and I'm like, whoa, no, too far. Yeah, so this is the 3rd PC slot, so yeah.
All right. I shall go.
Yep.
You
probably feel, a little shorter than usual. Your Porter's gravity effect is pretty strong, but like we said, so long as you don't have to run anywhere or do any stunts, you'll be okay.
First thing I do is I kind of brush the top of my hat, which is falling down in front of my face, away from my face.
Drooped a little bit.
I'll then
I thought it
maneuver
was
to
slouched as fuck.
maintain the invisibility.
Yep.
And then I will cast a lightning spell at one of the mini groups.
All right. Any preference on lefty or righty?
Let's go with right.
All right.
So that'd be... Do they have any? Never mind. Do they have any normal defense? Okay.
Nah. These gal pals are just mostly tough.
Be that. All right.
Yeah. Okay. All right. What is your base dabblage?
That will be. It's 13, right? Yeah, 13.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
No pierce or anything.
Yeah. So, fun fact, that means that with no pierce, you have not technically downed any minions yet.
I
You suffered
will.
6 wounds and are still up.
I will spend 2 of the advantage to activate stun them, and do 3 strain to them.
Okay. Yep. That'll one of them will pass out then.
And then I will give a blue die to Leona, and then I recover 1 strain from my previous casting of invisibility.
All right. Okay.
And I am done.
Yeah. So the bolt just hurls in there, strikes one of them directly, and just kind of skeleton flash and stuff, and just bzz, bzz, and they just kind of stop laughing and fall over. Okay, it's gonna be
Hold on,
theirs goes now.
I'll be back in a second.
Yeah.
Go for it.
All right. Okay, so it's gonna be their first group to go. We'll say it is the one that is down 1. There's only 2 of them. They're slightly nettled. They'd really like to go thump the shrimpy one, but he's outside, and there's a lot of big burly men in their way. So let's
Time to
see.
pose aggressively at them.
Yeah. Right. Well, they'll try and thump you
Alrighty.
since they are not challenged or anything.
What
What is your melee defense?
3 plus control gravity, so.
Yeah. So that'll be all 5 black dice on an average check. Yes, I can count. And they'll spend their maneuver to engage with you, obviously. Yeah, technically they roll the same pool for a brawl as for a melee heavy, so we'll do the melee heavy. They'll attempt to bonkle you with their stone hammers.
Bonk. That's a lot of blue!
Oh, it's wrong. It's black. It's S. Hold
Redo that entirely. Yeah.
on. 5. Sorry, I was making sure I hit 5. I forgot to check it was the right letter. Yeah, there we go. That's more natural. All right, you've got some threat to spend.
3 is for the knockdown, right?
Yeah.
Does it affect all of them?
Yes, it would affect everybody in the group.
Well, yeah, let's do that. They can't handle the gravity.
Yeah. They wind up for these big, heavy stone hammer swings, and it's just so slow and heavy that they overbalance and are prone in front of you. Ah, it's cheating. Doesn't count. The other one says, I'll bite your legs off.
Okay, how many people are dead?
We're warned.
So is Leona dead?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of which, it is Leona's turn.
Okay, let's see.
You've got 3 that are still in the middle of the cave, and then 2 more which have engaged with the triangle clusterfuck of Porter, Mortis, and Mortis.
Oh, geez, who is that one huge roll?
That was the
that wasn't real.
miss
That
on-
was I was trying to count up all the defense and I did it wrong.
from this location. I think I'm just going to double aim and just go for the group that's still in the cave.
Yep.
Let's see, did I say this?
Much sniping.
No, it does not. Alright,
Remember, you have an increase.
I do.
Yeah, you're still full buffed. This also means, by the way, your double aim is for free.
Oh, yeah.
sick.
Or hasted.
Will it be from short for me?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
This cave's not that big.
And I just know that I range defense, so
No defense.
alright.
You do know though that they have 7 soak.
I don't think that will
Jesus.
matter.
Not with a shot like that. Double aim with you.
I'm amazed by that.
That is, I think, your biggest roll so far on a shot. But okay,
that
all
will
right. What's your damage
let
total
me-
then?
Alright, that will be 16 pierce 2.
Okay, so that becomes
Just-
5. So that becomes 11.
Number.
That does take out one of them. They also have
So-
7 wounds per minion. So
It's also crit 3, so I think I'm going to crit with 1 with that.
all right.
Oh, I also remembered. There was one, actually. Ryahn gave me a blue.
Oh yeah, he did. Okay.
Mhm.
No, all right. That's one more damage
That
and
makes
one more
it
advantage.
17, actually. Pierce
Yeah, that's okay. That's one more damage. What I just
Okay.
said.
That makes it 5, which means I can crit and then do 2. So,
You can only crit once on minions. But you do have
crit
2
and
then.
2 advantage left. My
Yep.
bad.
You have 2 you can work on.
And I'll probably crit of that. And then the 2 left, I think I'll just... I guess give them some blacks.
All right, you can give
Uh,
them a black die with 2.
No black.
Yeah, the last one is very confused as just thunk, thunk. Just 2 of them take arrows in the back and slump over. You know, probably banging and clanging into that one a little bit because they do take a little bit of overflow wounds and are just like, what the hell? Hey, there's arrows inside our cave. The other ones are like, get over it, as they're pinned to the ground. All right, well, okay.
Now it's turn. Or their
yep.
turn.
Her last one. Yeah, she's just gonna spend her entire turn to get to the other 2 that are on the ground and to join their minion group,
Mm-hmm.
and they're gonna stand up basically.
Top of the
Just
round.
grabs the other 2 and they're like, get off the floor. And that's it. Top of the round.
I would like to go.
Yeah.
They are engaged with me, correct?
Yep.
So,
They're back up to 3 now.
they're back up to 3. What I would like to do is I would like to cast the Sleeps.
Alright.
I will be using additional target. Wait, actually, let me double check I can do additional target with this. I might not be able to. Sometimes they're like, no, you can't do that.
I believe since they're a minion group, it would just be 1 target. Anyway.
Yeah, they all count as 1 target for purposes of stuff. So no, you cannot mass cast sleep and have like 40 guys pass out. Like that, anyway.
I cry. Well, I'll still cast sleep, and I'll just see who I can tickle.
Well, it does avoid their soak.
Mm-hmm. Oh, excuse me.
So that should be a hard check. Because it is average.
Mm-hmm. Let me see here. Let me make sure there's anything else I can. Doot.
And then we have to make the pick of what concentrations we're maintaining.
You can get rid of the... You could not hold up mine anymore.
Oh, it's plus my okay, that's what it was.
Yeah, it's successes and then plus your ranks in no.
Jesus.
Damn.
Let's see
That'd
here.
be
So that will
9
be.
strain.
Excuse me.
That'd be 9 strain, I think.
Yes. I don't think.
All right, yeah, that's one of them. Just does pass out.
Actually, let me double check some wording here real quick on something here. I don't think it'll apply, but I want to double check. I don't want to. Let's see here. Is this technically a combat check?
And no, you are casting compel.
Okay, so it is not combat. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Then yes, that'll be it. Heck, what can I do with a triumph? I guess.
Upgrades yourself or others.
I will upgrade. Who's probably gonna go next? Ryahn.
Hello.
Yeah, I'll upgrade Mortis next check.
All right. So yeah, you just hold out your hand and say sleep, and just the nearest one just kind of like, that's not gonna work. Plum. Immediately passes out.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun when it works.
So they're engaged with us?
Yeah.
Okay.
They came up to approach you. Porter concentrates. How you gonna spread them out?
I will maintain gravity. I will not maintain Landstrider.
All right.
So that was my turn.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
Well, Mortis, you want to go next? So.
Yep. So it's a a maneuver rather, to control the construct, right?
Yes. To
Well,
order
then I
it to
will
take an
control the
action.
construct to attack one of the ones
Alright.
it's engaged with.
It acts after you. Actually, hold on. Does it act after you, or when you order it, does it go right away? Hold on, let me read Conjure real quick.
That doesn't matter because I'm just going to slash it another one.
Sure.
Uh,
Yeah. Okay. So
and
it,
then I will apply 2 strain to myself. I'll do that afterwards. Let's attack first because that might change what I do.
Yeah.
I will draw Lemonlier.
they don't have any defense or anything. They're just bonkling. And you don't have any setbacks because you are excluded from gravity.
And I have an upgrade, which means I add a.
You change a green to a yellow, and if you're full up on yellows, you add a green.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, upgrading is good. Triumphs.
Uh,
Very strong.
rolling 4 yellows. Got it.
Bonk, bonk. That's a lot of bonks, yeah.
Ready?
Okay,
I
so
will
what's-
crit on that.
All right, that removes 1 for sure. And then what's your damage then total?
Damage is le 14.
All right.
No, 11. 11.
Okay. Got any pierce on this weapon? Trying to
Yeah,
remember.
Pierce 2.
Okay, so that means I got 5, 6,
I believe.
11,
Wait, let me make sure.
6.
I think it was 2.
But this is the group that had at least 1 extra strain, so yeah, that will
Yeah, it is Pierce.
take it out. Yeah. Yeah, so the last 2 have barely managed to struggle up. Their middle one passed out, and then just shink.
Oh, I got both of them?
Yeah, no, because you crit. That auto drops 1, and then you did do enough
Ah.
damage. Because Ryahn actually did strain damage to them earlier, so they were slightly strained.
Okay, well, in that case, there are no more bandits left, right?
Yeah, no, they're all down.
I will order my I'm going to maintain the construct.
Okay.
Because you need someone to help carry carts.
It's fair, yeah.
Push the cart.
Yeah. We want to help you push the carts.
Also, no, these are beastmen are not a mob race. They are intelligent creatures. So yeah, no, they're still corpses.
Oh, are they just
Okay.
straight out dead? Can I save any
Yeah.
of them?
Well, yeah, you put one to sleep.
Yeah, I put 1 to sleep.
Yeah,
Tie that one up, by the way.
one of them technically was passed out by extra strain damage from Ryah's spell, so 2 of them are alive for sure.
Mm.
Let's
What
see,
have they
there's
got
2
on
crits,
them?
so those guys are definitely dead.
Yeah.
Leona did a fuck ton of damage extra. Yeah, I don't think that Leona or Mortis were necessarily holding back. So yeah, I think there's
No.
4 deads and then 2 that are just passed out. So they're all, like I said, carrying big stone hammers if you care.
I
Gee.
do not.
Any GP on them?
Not really. Probably between the 6 of them, they've got like 4 coins to their name, maybe.
Yeah. I'm just gonna tie the 2 that are passed out up.
Yep.
And then start moving the carts.
Yep. All right. Yep. So long as you are willing to maintain concentration, which you should be able to do, you can push the carts at your normal.
It doesn't have
walking
to be
speed.
done that fast. It just has to be done efficiently.
Yep.
I will intern the corpses into the earth.
Yeah. Easy enough.
And I will offer a prayer to to judge them fairly for their sins.
I would. That's a prayer to so I will definitely join in on that.
I am joining in the prayer.
We all
And
pray that they'll get theirs in the afterlife.
Next time you see a player character, run.
Well, the last 2 that are captured are definitely going to have to.
It's not worth it.
Yeah. Let's see. What even would be the well, you're
Your
in the
name
sticks,
is
but the
Goon
punishment for
McMinion.
banditry is probably they get
This does
fucking.
not bode well.
They're gonna get fucking thrown on the next cart to the
labor.
the checkpoint, and are probably gonna end up breaking rocks somewhere, end up conscripts. So they'll have plenty of time to think about their mistakes. But yeah, okay. So you guys are paid the full 800 GP total because you have recovered the stolen goods and killed or captured all the bandits. Good job. Thumbs up.
Yay!
Woo. All right, 200 for each of us.
Yep.
Haha! I have recouped my spirit fox funds. Excellent.
Same.
How much was it again?
It should be 200 for each of you because it was 800 total.
All right.
I've heard if there's like
Is-
besides the things that were on, I guess the hyenas.
No, they didn't really have any other loot. They just stole those carts. So they had their stolen goods, and then they just had some general stuff. They have, a crappy clay cook pot. They've got some water and bone stew.
They were probably very hungry.
I mean, yeah, hyena folk are big and strong and carnivorous. So you may have noticed that you were fighting minions who had a soak of 7 and a wound threshold of 7. So
tough.
They strong.
yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like if they encountered us, I feel like we could have won them over by Porq just making a giant pot of stew.
Yeah, unfortunately, they did not try and rob your cart, and probably wouldn't because your cart is, escorted by a tall, dark, armored man upon a horse of bone.
True.
Yeah.
And honestly, the way that the random encounters have rolled out, mostly you guys have run into environmental stuff or like traps, rather than straight up been ambushed or attacked.
Stuff we go look out, check into our.
I still
check into-
maintain that the next time someone asks about me, you should just pretend you don't see me.
I think it's funny that Mortis.
There's a mysterious dark rider on a skeleton.
He's just
that no one
becoming
can see.
this. He's just.
I
becoming
really
the Skull
am
Knight.
just becoming Skull Knight.
No. Ryan will not play into your strange fantasies.
No, I'm just saying it's like the way
Yeah.
described. It's like this made me think of this.
Yeah, all right, okay. So now you can set up for your day. So go ahead and roll me your easy survival to navigate.
Hyenas are matriarchal, right?
I think so. They do have
No,
sexual
they are.
dimorphism so that the females are bigger.
100%. There's some really weird stuff about hyena biology that I should not go into on recording.
Yeah, please don't.
Nature's insane.
Nature is fun.
It is.
Don't feel like Gecko can help me. Do I?
Nature's Metal is
That's
still
fine,
the best subreddit.
No, you probably can't.
Ah.
Okay, so you guys actually have, I think, your first slow day.
I'd be slow, but I might find something interesting.
Okay, so I gotta... Yeah, actually, I think that one works. All right, so you guys are heading, up the mountain, uphill now. You're gonna go through basically reach the top of the valley and head out a pass to the other side, and then it's just all downslope to Venetus. Sounds great. It's not super great today. The weather is pretty nice. Leona failed with advantage, so it's clear. It's a little cool and crisp as you're going uphill, but it's just a slow uphill slog. Leona can't really find you any shortcuts today. So you just got to, nut up and go uphill. And it's a little slow, and it's probably, getting darker a little soon. You do, probably in the early afternoon as the sun starts to get high overhead, and you might even start to feel a little bit warm.
Huh.
You do notice a wooded copse of trees, kind of at the start of your area. And if you're looking around, it looks like maybe there's somebody elsewhere used this this area as a campsite. You see some logs tipped over for benches. Looks like there's at least one extinguished fire pit.
How recent?
Some other signs that you go out there. So do you want to stop and look closer?
Yeah, it's already kind of a slow day.
Leona pulls up the cart, hops off to check out. Anybody else going to go look at this with her?
Ryahn will go with her.
All right. So you guys, stump out. You kind of look around. You don't really see any obvious signs of any campers. Like I said, there's a extinguished fire pit. Leona, you go to, poke it correctly. It looks relatively cool. Been extinguished maybe at least since last night, maybe a couple days. Ryahn, you're, poking around, checking the logs. You find a little, check a little bundle of what looks like a little stockpile somebody left, maybe the equivalent of 4 dungeon rations here. And then from the woods, the trees, you hear. Growl. As a pack of hungry wolves leave the trees. There are 8 wolves, and they're trying to get inside of you. Roll initiative, please.
Like my insides.
Inside you, there are 8 wolves.
They ate you up very. No, you are inside 8 wolves now.
I'm going to play the Uno
I had a
reverse.
good time.
In
Alright,
Soviet Russia, wolves ate you.
This should be vigilance for everybody.
Usually it's bear.
Hey.
I did okay.
Yeah, you got a lot of willpower.
I do.
Did you buy any rapid reaction yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
Yes.
Jesus.
Oh, we at least got 2, I think. Unless
Yeah, I'm only rolling 2
I
green
really
cheese.
want to try to see if I can talk them down, but I feel like they might be too hungry.
They look pretty hungry. I mean, you can carry a conversation with
aren't
them, but that
wolves
would have to be
mobs?
on your action. Yeah.
Don't have my animals.
You are kind of close to civilization. You guys were just in a small
Yeah,
town
wolves are
earlier.
dangerous. Like this
And
many
these do
wolves
look
near
hungry.
a village.
Yeah, you guys are within, probably half a day's travel from a village, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, if someone goes out to go like hunt some
Well,
game or cut some
I
trees.
would
This is
correct.
what we like to be called. This is what we like to call culling.
The livestock of the village are in danger. The humans of the village probably aren't in danger.
Fair, actually.
Well, it depends on how
Uh,
protective they are of the livestock.
I mean, a regular untrained human would be vulnerable to a wolf pack if they were alone. Like Leona was talking about, if somebody goes out to like chop wood or fetch stones or something, they might be in a trouble.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. All of you guys rolled, right? Yeah.
I sent Barbara and
Got 2 big
I think it's-
PCs. That's
Oh,
it.
it's really similar like the last initiative order.
There's an NPC. One of these wolves are fast today. NPC and NPC.
Oh, I can. Give me some.
Actually, no, it's NPC PC. 'Cause one of them got 3 advantage. And even though Leona has 3 willpower, she did not roll very good on this initiative check. All right, so 2 is views. So, based on what we were talking about, I'm going to say Mortis and Porter, you guys are kind of back with the cart, so you're probably at medium range from these wolves.
Right on.
Ryahn and Leona, you went into the camp, so you are at short range. And there are 2 groups of 4 wolves.
So much.
Right.
wolf.
Because I figured that minion groups of 3 wolf would no longer be threatening.
I'm going to request to go first. I'm going to be pulling stuff off of you.
That's what he does.
Yeah.
Fair.
Seems okay. Not really hearing any objections.
Sorry, we don't want to give it a shot today.
I will challenge 2 of the wolves.
I think that's short range.
Yeah, you have to move up first, but he can do that.
Okay, then I'm gonna cast first.
No,
I will cast a blast at one of the groups.
It means you're casting at medium. That means you have to increase it for range.
You can work
Okay, then I will move up to. I can move to short range, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I move up to short range.
One maneuver short.
Add strain to challenge.
Right.
And then challenge 2 wolves. I don't
Alright,
know.
you challenge
pick
both
2.
groups. Yeah, that's fine. They're
Oh, I
minion
challenge the
so you get-
groups.
They're minion
Yeah.
groups. So.
And then I will cast a spell at one of them.
Do you have a
think I'm
preference between lefty or
just-
righty?
True adventurers always go left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yep, they don't have any defense or
Gonna
anything. So
cast. I'm not gonna add anything.
I'm just gonna try and do damage from ranged. And it's
Damage.
easy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Huh.
That was
Alright,
interesting.
pretty good. That's what's your intellect?
2.
Oh, and did you get your sword out first?
Yeah.
Okay, so that'll actually be 8. Because your sword is you arcane to this sword, you spell sworded to this sword,
It's
so
plus
it's plus
6
2.
on the damage, so it's
It's 2, it's plus 2, so that should be 4 and 4, so 8. 2 magic anyway. All right. Blam.
No, it'd be
you
10 because it's plus 4 like a rod.
Is it? No, I thought it's 2.
Let me check.
I'm pretty sure it starts at 2. You were able to get 2 and 2 because you had the arcane focus before, but Lamanakar does not have any hard points, so
Right. Yeah.
so it's the 8. That's still enough to drop a wolf. It turns into a wolf pelt. I should probably be more insistent about Diantha trying to get in on this because of her personality type, but I figured you guys would be fairly insistent that she not engage in most of
I
your.
mean, I don't. With wolves, I'm not particularly avoidant to her joining in.
I will
More
insist
like
that
when
she does
we
not
do
try to engage in
missions.
melee.
Yeah, in
Well,
that
I
case,
do-
she's probably not going to do anything because that's her primary thing is
Yeah.
sword and then magic, and she can't really. It's verse. She's a verse caster. She can't attack.
I just wouldn't
So she'll
feel
probably stay in the
personally
cart.
right with her coming on us along with us on jobs.
Yeah.
Because that's extra stuff we're doing on the side. When it's like an ambush like this, I'm not particularly that.
Yeah.
She can do what she
In
wants.
this case, I think she will just, because of the situation, she will just stay in the cart.
All right.
I will ask her to keep an eye on the spirit fox.
And, probably mind the rest of your cart stuff, because
Yes.
there's your horse, all that stuff.
Mhm.
Strictly speaking, her strength is curious. She probably would have wanted to get out to the camp, but I didn't really talk about that ahead of time, and I don't like to bamboozle you guys with secret GM tricks. Oh no, the NPC you need to escort is in the middle of the wolves. All right, okay. Anyway, that is, I believe, all of Mortis's turn. He is challenged and blasted and everything. God. Sorry, rapidly scrolling through our dump just to get notifications out anyway. So it's another PC slot. Whom next?
I'll go.
Good.
I think there's too many of a number of them to actually even like ask them to leave. So because they're probably just gonna be like, we have numbers, be food.
Agree. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what your social skills are like.
Not impressive.
Sixth Sense allows you to automatically gain information, but does not necessarily guarantee any success with socializing, even
Doesn't
if you
mean they
can't
like
talk
me.
with them.
Yeah. I'm
Large wolf.
just gonna fight it then.
You have no idea how tempted I was to punch the wolves.
Wow.
I'm just glad nobody said werewolf, werewolf.
Yeah, castle.
That's 14 Pierce 2.
Okay. Yep. Which group are you targeting?
It's probably the one Mortis didn't target.
Okay, so the one that's fresh. Okay.
Yeah.
So your Pierce 2 ignores their soak, so that is 2 wolves down, and most of a third wolf. They have 5 wounds. So, thug, thug. Kind of, just kind of some surprised wolf noises, and then poof, got
I'm
some
gonna
wolf
probably
pelts.
I'm gonna spend one up to crit.
Yeah, you want to spend 1 to crit. Okay, that's most of those down then.
And
one
I will
wolf
spend
left.
the other
He's doing
one
a good job.
to.
Oh,
Who
jeez.
people go next? Because I want to give it to Ryahn just so he gets a better chance at blasting them unless he wants to
Sure,
do something.
You can say it's Ran. It's got to be specific with an upgrade. So,
Mhm.
All right, okay. You give Ryahn a stoic Leona nod after you're done to let him know that hey, yeah,
We
you
seem to be
next.
fired or on fire today.
Yeah, you guys are slamma jamming. Like
Alright.
I don't think that many of these encounters are super threatening, but you guys are doing real. Okay, wolves go. It'll be the big group of 3 will go. They are annoyed at Mortis, so they will spend 1 to engage. Let me see. Yeah, they're not engaged with you, which means they can't use their pack tactics. It's a terrible shame. Oh well, they're going to bite you a lot.
That's fine.
All right, so there's 3 of them in the group. So that's 2 upgrades, I think. 2 greens.
I only have defensive 3 right now
All right, they will take the setback dice.
because I'm not wielding my. I'm wielding not Lamalier.
Okay, yeah, you're gonna use your.
Well,
Other
I
slot.
had to use it to cast.
Yeah.
And that only has defensive 1, so.
Ang, ang, ang. They are not. They're just scrabbling and scratching at you and trying to bite you, and it's not working because you are covered in metal.
That is
Metal
true.
and shield. If Leona did pause to ask these guys what their deal was, they would probably be like, "Hey, why is this guy cheating? He smells like free meat, but he's covered in metal." All right, okay, that's their turn. It's a PC slot next. Ryahn
Okay.
has an upgrade. Yep.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and call down some lightning on them.
All right. Which ones?
Oh yeah, there's 2 groups left.
There's one group
I'll
of 1.
I'll do the group that isn't engaged yet, just to
Right.
eliminate them. Hopefully.
Probably pretty easy. They don't got a lot of wounds left. You could probably walk up and bonk it with your stick.
I don't think he's comfortable with that.
As
think I
Ryahn
have.
looks at
I think-
his, you would roll 1 yellow, 1 green for that. I'm gonna guess.
No, 2 green.
No, you got an upgrade, so you would technically.
Oh,
upgrade it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because what's a
Be able to
weapon
tell.
skill?
This reminds me of when you talk to thaumaturges and be like,
All right,
"What do
14
you do-
damage.
What do you do when you run out of mana? Hit it with your stick." It's like, no, you will die doing that.
We
'cause they'll
run
bite your
away.
hand off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you run away.
Yeah.
They'll bite
So
your
there's
hand
just
off.
a big old of lightning and just perfectly cut screams. All right. There's now another wolf pelt on the pile.
Yay.
Okay. And that eliminates that NPC slot, so it goes straight to the last PC slot. Porter.
That's
Do you
me.
wanna
Did
go
anyone get injured?
No.
Everyone having a decent time?
Yeah.
I think so.
All right, fuck it. I'll throw rocks at actually, I'm in the cart, so I'm still a medium, aren't I?
You're at medium, yeah.
You guys don't name me. I will pass my turn.
All right.
Start thinking about
Porter just
food.
like, you guys all right? And then there's just three wolves just kind of pawing and
Much
at
yiping
Mortis.
noises.
All right, to the top.
I'll go.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right, now that they're engaged with me, I'll draw Lemelier.
Yep.
And I'm gonna commence
By the way,
with this.
people at home, I suspect that Dallas will be calling his sword Langoliers in like 2 months.
No, it's Lemelier, right?
No,
That's your armor.
Oh, it's not.
no.
Lama Nasir, right? That's it.
Yeah.
Lama Nasir.
Lama Nama Ding Dong.
I knew it was close to that. I was not far off. Anyway, I'm a stabby.
Yeah.
No, it is not slash toll.
Slash toll for
Pay
the.
the troll tool. Actually, fuck it. I'm gonna aim.
Yeah.
Not moving.
Not moving. Yeah.
He did pull out his sword though.
Oh, technically,
Yeah,
actually,
but I have
probably
quick
should
Oh yeah,
add
it's
that.
quick draw.
That
Never mind.
actually best boost die.
That maybe just enough.
I mean, that's still 11 damage.
Yep.
This is my big fuck off sword. I have a lot of damage with
Ignores
this.
their soak, so yeah, that'll be 2 down. That means there's 1 left.
This is 11 pierce 2. This is not.
No, let's take care of 2 straight up, and then wounds the third one.
4.
So it's another PC slot.
I'll go. Clean it up.
Yep. Roll your bones.
I'll just aim. Short.
Does he have enough combo points for that though?
It's 12 pierce 2. I think
Yep,
that's
no,
fine.
it's
I'm
only got
gonna-
like 4 wounds left. Yep, okay.
He
Good job.
also crit it.
Do what? Just make it explode.
Well, yeah, it just takes out.
I
it's
know.
fine.
If the,
It's donezo. There was only 1 wolf left in that group. All right, so
I
you've
kind
taken
of
out.
wish I
2
could give
wolves.
blues to people to like heal strain.
Nah, it doesn't work like that.
And
The strain occurs after the encounter is over. If any of you have any strain or problems that you need to take care of, just use spellcasters.
No, Omega.
Roll
Yep.
them out.
That's not fair. I have 1 strain.
Yes, I know. You casted a spell, Ryahn casted a spell. You got a little bit. So yeah, there's now, like I said, there's a collection of wolf bones and wolf pelts if you really want to police those up.
I
Yeah.
will police those up.
Usual mob
Yeah,
mats.
I'll take some bones.
Listen, I'm like, when I get some chance, I'll try to make some basic leather armor out of this.
I need to practice my scrivening.
Yeah, and like I said, you don't really see any signs of anybody else in this camp. You don't know if they were like scared off or eaten by the wolves, or they just moved on. And the reason why the wolves is because they accidentally left some food here. But there are 4 dungeon rations. The dungeon ration
also
equivalents
free
lying
campsite.
together. Yeah, it's
If
a
we
little.
needed-
It's still
Oh yeah, it's still early.
early
middle of the
afternoon, I
day.
think. Yeah, you could stop here for lunch though if you haven't eaten already.
Well, let's see here. If you guys want, let me check my meals. Well, we could have pork buns or sarnies if you want them.
feels like a good time for that.
you can do pork buns since we had sardines
Yeah,
last time.
pork bones.
All right, let's do some pork buns.
Right.
So let's pop over for lunch. I will use some no rules here.
The dungeon rations are probably the very basic kinds. You're looking at, hardtack biscuit and boiled beef in a little like cheesecloth or something.
Porter turns his nose at that though. Yeah, I don't think I got anything.
The worst thing I've ever eaten, but certainly not pleasant.
Why dough?
My face is just scrunching
the
up
dough?
from this.
Indeed, why the dough?
I'm trying to think. Like, am I missing? I need cooking bonuses.
Can we get
There are a
can we
couple
get
of
some
items
like
that can
get
do
some
some stuff.
masterwork cooking tools?
The knife of cooking mama.
I do believe he does get a blue if he gets a pork cleaver, actually. And there are a couple of other things that'll give you some dice. Do you actually? Let me check in the gear.
Everything I can think of that belongs in like a fantasy setting is always like horrifying when it comes to cookware.
Do you have a cookery kit, Porter?
Yes.
That should add 2 boost dice.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Add 2 boosts to survival or no rules check to safely prepare or store foods.
Oh. I thought it just let me do. Actually, now that I think about it, yeah.
No wonder you've been rolling badly all the time. You didn't know how to use it.
You must use the tools, not just hold them up. Yeah, no, it's not just the right check for the job. It's
Porter finally finds the instruction manual.
it is only 1 advantage, so. Yeah, you're probably not gonna get any extra portions out of this. I feel like pork is in with the queue. Buns are probably pretty hard to fuck up. Maybe your actual breading is a little ugly. It's a little little breaky uppy, so it's not like you can take any of the portions with you. You got to eat them here on your mess kits and stuff.
I cry.
But with 4 advantage, it's probably hard to properly fuck it up. Listen, like I said, I've been watching a lot of Great British Baking Show, Bake Off internationally. You know, it's probably the kind of thing where the host would just be like, "Well, the flavors are amazing, but you've undercooked it. It's a bit stodgy." But yes, you eat buns.
Porter's cursed cooking rolls is just like the theme of this fucking campaign.
Porter brings to the table a fuck ton of dice, and we come back with, "I guess you make food. You certainly don't poison anybody."
No.
I think the only thing that's caused physical harm to anybody is the time Porter ate the chili.
Yeah.
But all right, you proceed on with your day, and you arrive at probably your final stop before you get to Venetus proper. So you've actually crossed out of the valley. I'm scrolling up the wrong document. There's no. It's just my GM scrolls. I'm not going to find the thing I want there. Anyway, you arrive in a small township called La Fiore Azur, or possibly Azur, because there's double L's, double R's.
Sorry, I'm just imagining little flamenco guitar just going crazy.
Well, that's the
Yes,
question.
you start the moment you get into town, you start hearing castanets.
Is it samba or is it fast or is it like smooth?
Smooth. It's totally
Samba or is it?
Yeah,
like
you're in a refreshing mountain town. It's very.
Okay, then it's samba. It's like the dun 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 dun.
So it's a relatively small township. You know, there's houses and businesses dedicated to you know, a little bit of mountain farming and ranching, like you've run into usually around here. They also do a decent trade in fresh water and mountain ice, you know, shipping ice downhill basically towards the proper town. So there's, you know, reinforced insulated carts ready to go. There's lots of big jugs everywhere, ready to rock and roll. There is some decently sized buildings here. There's a couple of small manors and villas for a few noble houses in Venetus who like to, you know, vacation up here. There's a little chapel to Aphros in town. It's kind of their central structure. And you do know that there are some lovely springs, you know, up in the mountain foothills a little away from the town, that are said to be blessed by Behemoth and bring mental clarity and spiritual purification. So, you know, there's some very nice sounds about right. There's some nice touristy type stuff once again to do if you really feel like it.
Mhm.
And yeah, no, there's plenty of inns in here. You guys can pay for a properly full size traveling inn.
Hella.
And yeah, so this is your technical last day of travel. If everything goes to plan, you will arrive in Venetus tomorrow's.
Here's open.
All right, so I'm gonna pay for my dinner and a night here, so that'll be. Is meal included with a stay overnight, or we gotta pay for that separately?
Let me check. Lodging 1 night common. Yeah, tavern meal is separate.
Okay.
I'll do the same.
Tavern meal and lodging. So that's 3 gold for me and the Spirit Fox, and then another for. That's all right. So that's 4. I will make sure that Blackie is well settled.
Yep.
Alrighty. I'm totally just gonna put like 5 gold into Afros to be like, please let my cooking get better.
All right, sounds about right. Anybody else, anything interesting you want to do in town? It's like I said, it's a slightly bigger town, but it's mostly for like travel and business here.
How are the markets here?
There's a few. There'd be a small travelers market.
Is there anything?
Probably some plenty of you know, work in tools, warm clothing, exploration gear type stuff.
Wait a
Like I
fucking
said, they do a lot of their business in mountain ranching, growing mountain herbs, and also lots of fresh water and ice. So lots of flasks and jugs and water skins in this town.
Nice.
And are you guys going to look for a final job in the morning, or are you just going to go straight on through to Venetus?
How do you guys feel on it?
I mean, we can look for a job. I don't see any reason why not.
Well, let's see what it is, I guess.
Around.
Ah, that's why. Okay.
Okay, this might actually work out a little. All right. So, you're asking around, you're checking in the local inns if anybody's got anything posted. And yes, you do actually hear there's an unfortunate story going on. They talk about how there's a local scout and wilderness guide has gone missing a couple of days, and they believe that he may have died. And so they'd like to get his body and things retrieved. So you need to go up into the mountainy cliffs and see if you can recover them.
Right
It
on.
will pay you 500 GP in toto for the trouble.
Sounds reasonable.
Just a little bit of extra climbing.
Climbing gear for that.
I love climbing.
All right, so you guys stay overnight. Make sure to refresh any strain or wounds or anything going on there. You guys are pretty good, usually. And so in the morning, you probably bundle up, get your breakfast, and go ahead and go for a little bit of a hike. I'd like everybody to give me a hard athletics check who's going to climb them cliffs and paths.
Oh boy.
Sorry, what skill?
Athletics. You were climbing a mountain
okay.
to find a dead guy. Well, presumed dead guy. I shouldn't
Presumed
assume.
that guy.
I like how I say I shouldn't assume, even though obviously
Easy
I wrote
athletics
this, so
or
I know
medium?
everything. What was that, Dallas?
Oh, what's the level? Sorry.
It is a
Hard,
hard
medium?
athletics.
Okay.
Climbing gear doesn't really help me. That just makes it not.
Success.
I have more points in this.
All right, okay.
Somehow I get a success.
Oh, I
take
rolled that
strain.
wrong. Sorry, I
And,
should re-roll that.
Leona, take a strain. Porter is fine.
Yeah.
No,
Interesting.
The funny thing about
No, Mortis is not fine.
Leona is like she wasn't really a mountain ranger. She was like, I guess.
Well,
jumping
you have
between
climbing
trees.
gear, so
Yeah.
you
Oh
put in
wait,
your
does
penis
climbing gear
to go.
add stuff to this?
No, it's for Bruce Blacks.
It would remove setback dice that aren't here because it's not a complex climb.
I think what this is I'm used to snowy mountains, not snowy
Yeah,
mountains.
this is rocky, and you are still, you have to like work in and out of your armor. Like, okay, wait, hold on, I have to take my big clunky gauntlets off. Wait, no, I want to put my big clunky gauntlets back on.
Oh yeah, no.
So yeah, how I picture this is basically Mortis can't in a reasonable time frame make it up this last little bit of up or down this last little bit of cliff, so he's kind of got to
it's good.
stand back and look out at you guys
No,
as
it's not too much.
you go to
what
investigate.
I didn't need, I saved. What's the green
And indeed,
stuff
you
in the,
climb on up and
and
some
the,
cliffs and stuff and back down, and yeah, there's
and the,
a body, a human. He's wearing wilderness type
Yeah.
gear, warm furs, probably got like a hunting bow with him, some
Oh,
extra
okay.
stuff. Does look like maybe he slipped and fell.
Okay.
And probably Leona out of the group looking, though maybe Porter.
I wasn't
I'll
sure
see.
what it
He might be
was,
actually
so I haven't
checking
really
the body,
tried it.
but
I was gonna check for
we'll save
signs.
Leona
and
for
then
now. Yeah.
just figure
In
out
one
how
of
we're
his
gonna bring the
hands,
body
though,
down.
you do find he is clutching a bronze and stone arrowhead on a little bit of twine.
Hmm.
It's
Is it
just
like
kind
a
of clutched in one of his hands.
gut feeling? Is this like a symbol to Pebble?
It doesn't really look quite religious.
Oh,
It's very
okay.
simplistic, and it's a
Does
little
it
bit
look
of a
used
rough.
recently?
No, there's no blood or anything on it.
Okay.
I probably
Is it a
will
good
when
luck
I get
charm, a
home
bad luck charm?
tomorrow.
You don't know.
See.
But yeah, you guys can basically probably Leona has climbing gear. All of you have
Alright.
some rope. You can probably improvise a little bit of
Love you too, Mom. Bye.
a sling or something. Somebody can roll at one of their bed rolls on the outside, and sledge him up some slopes and stuff.
I'll use mine just to get out of the way.
You return him then. We'll just, simplify things. You get paid the 500 gold. His relatives, come to collect. There's some weeping and a crying, of course.
I'll
So
ask
it's
them about the
respect.
arrowhead if
I was
they
gonna do
know
that.
anything
Yeah,
about
I
it.
was just-
Yeah, actually, I'm just gonna bring this up anyway. They do. None of them seem to recognize it. They ask it like, "Oh, I don't," Yes, obviously, we pay our respects to Pavel and the other signs, but I don't recognize this charm. It's kind of strange. Maybe you found it up there. If any, if any of you guys want to take it and investigate it more, they're not really attached to it. Like I said, they don't seem to think it's one of his normal belongings.
I would like to.
All right, Leona, you have taken possession of this trick shot charm. While you've got it, you add success and threat to all your range skill checks. Is it a good luck charm? A bad luck charm? Who knows?
Sorry, I'm back. Guess what? My mom called.
Of course.
Understandable.
They managed to safely retrieve Body Man.
Cool.
He has a weird charm on him.
Will this also apply to magic checks if you did the or
No,
that-
ranged,
okay.
as in capital R ranged.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think on this.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's a little chunk of flint, a little bit of bronze. But
Is
all
it
right,
just always carrying it, or is like something I can like have unequipped or so on?
Yeah, no, if you're carrying the charm, it does the thing.
Oh, okay.
This is move it or lose it kind of item.
Just a constant effect.
Yes, you either have the weird trick shot charm or you don't. Porter might get a sense because it is a stone and bronze arrowhead. It might be something Fey related because it's not worked steel. Nor is it cold iron.
Porter kind of
So
rubs
it
his chins and looks at it. It's all like, He goes, "Well, it looks like something that gives and takes. It does. Be careful when using that thing."
It's a little pranksy.
Mm-hmm. So I can feel a bit of the wild magics on it.
It's a bit dangerous. It makes you sloppier, but you always strike true.
But what you do, you strike. Maha. Anyway, you get paid your 500 total, so it's
125.
125. Yeah. It shakes all out. You shake it all about.
I have a solid K now. Yay!
Do you do the hokey pokey?
Oh, that's on you. I don't get to say if you do the hokey pokey or not. That's the player facing choice.
I do the. Never mind. Luna wouldn't know what the fuck.
Scout recovery. 125.
And now, basically, the rest of your trip downhill is towards Venetus. Make
Hello.
me one last survival roll.
I just
Try not to get lost.
let me just write down the charm.
I told you, there's a couple of bonus things.
Honk, 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 honk.
Let's see. Thing to last.
Survival again.
Yes. God, stop rolling 4s or 40 specifically. You've gotten all those already.
Easy or average again?
It's easy.
Alright.
To find your way.
Damn.
Huh.
All right, good. Good weather, fast trip. You're going downhill. It's a pretty easy ride. You got to go back down some mountain switchbacks, but it's pretty good. And along your way, you're probably just starting to crest through some of those mountain passes, and maybe start to see on the distance. You can start to hear and smell the sea, perhaps. Hear the distant cries of the gulls. Hear the water wheels a turning.
The ocean. It's been a while.
But as you're coming along, you see there's a little cluster of wagons pulled to the side and then in the road again. But unlike the last time, there's people actively around that. Yeah, you've run into a pack of a couple of Neff wagons, and
Oh.
one of them appears to have cracked their wheel, and they're working on trying to get it swapped out.
Probably not we've met, but guys, I say we give them a hand.
At least offer.
All right, you pull up. One of them is like, "Ahoy, travelers! We're traveling down to the refuge with our relatives down in the town. We cracked a wheel. Can you spare a second?"
Omega, what's the bullshit detector skill again?
I think actually is it
I think it's Vigilance.
Once, I
Vigilance?
believe.
I thought it was like
That's
better
okay, it's-
discipline.
Let me actually grab it. It's in social encounters. We have a chart for this.
I would like to suss intentions.
We're right outside the town, aren't we?
You're pretty close, yeah. You can, like I said, you can smell the sea. You might be able to see the rooftops in the distance. You're still
Eh.
probably like, an hour or two by road. Is it in skill?
That's what makes this weird to me.
Deception is opposed by vigilance, yeah.
Okay,
You can go ahead and roll me an average vigilance check.
I will go do that.
Deception
this
is
guy
vigilance,
being
fortune,
on the
leadership,
up and
or
ups?
discipline, charm is cool. Negotiation is negotiation.
I forgot to press roll. One day. Success with threat.
I mean, I don't know. You might be a naturally suspicious sort. They seem pretty normal. There's a couple of caravans. There's a lot of Neff. They have actual, they look like traveling, merchants and families. There's different ages.
Oh, they're not. Oh, I
Yeah, they're
thought they
Neff.
were dwarves for some reason.
No,
I
no.
think it was the
Dwarves?
accent.
What?
I think it was Omega's accent.
Wrong sound.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, no. Okay,
no,
then
they're-
no,
it's
if they're
group
Neff,
of
I
I'll
will
be happy.
go help them without question.
Happy to help you.
Yep. All right. Somebody give me an average mechanics check to swapsy a wheel.
Oh, I definitely can't help with that.
Aren, what's your Meserion? What's your mechanic skill?
I have 2 mechanics, 4 in intellect.
Okay, so I will boost you. I will
Yeah.
give you a boost die.
I forget. Can only one person provide unskilled assistance?
It depends. It depends on the task. Normally, unlimited people can, but I don't actually. I feel like changing a wheel is probably one of those too many cooks kind of situations.
I don't know. I mean,
No,
Porter
maybe.
was just gonna, maybe lift up the fucking wagon and
Yeah, I guess you can offer unskilled in that as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
just get it. Yeah, because honestly, I'm pretty sure that's what fucking Mort's doing too. We're just gonna pick up the wagon while fucking Ryahn swaps it out real quick. So yes, I will provide unskilled assistance as well.
We have the same mechanics.
I
but you
will
have much
use
better
my-
intelligence.
My all-in-one tool.
Yeah.
So,
Transforms
let's
into a
see.
big, into a big bolt wrench. Possibly a hammer sometimes.
Hammer probably to kind of get the broken pieces off the wheel. Oh, and what's the difficulty again?
Average.
Average. Okay.
Nephanese.
1 second, checking something. That's too much.
They probably make idle small talk while you guys are lifting and working. Asking what you're doing. How's your travels
journey
been?
been?
We'll happily
like
cease
telling
them.
Yeah, it's just always that. Okay.
In what's language again?
Meridian is the Neff
Meridian.
language.
Like,
All right. 2 successes, 2 advantages.
Yeah, it's probably pretty fast, pretty clean. Yeah, they're quite happy, They're willing to, ride the rest of the way with you into town. As they said, they are traveling to the Neff refuge that is in Venetus to visit their relatives and relations and stuff.
I will offer my services basically as a pseudo guard. Like, I don't expect any trouble, but never hurts.
Yeah. They'll gladly take the company. You can take the lead.
I will stick with our escort, which is our actual job.
I'm driving the cart.
I'm back in the cart.
Well, okay, if they're with the caravan, though, it's both jobs at once.
Yeah, I mean, basically what I think is just going to happen is that Mortis probably takes the head of this little column of carts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you guys are probably, just because you're at the back anyway and there's carts in front of you, are probably towards the back. So you all ride on down, and yeah, no, like I said, in hour or two, you guys actually start reaching the outskirts of Venetus, the city of friendship proper. It's lovely and picturesque. It's probably still late morning, so the sun is high overhead. It's still out over the ocean because Venetus is kind of on the southeastern coast. So it faces the inland sea. The sea is, of course, that means very calm, very bright blue-green, very shiny. The city itself is obviously, even from a distance, incredibly picturesque. Lots and lots of walls of stuccoed white stone, gleaming blue mosaicked roofs, blue glazed tiles. And you guys are approaching from upland, so your first place is the area known as the Upper Terrace. So you're looking at, rolling fields of flowers, mountain grains, goat ox ranches. You see a few picturesque windmills and water wheels up here. Small houses and stuff. As you make your way, towards the actual center of town. So, let's see. Now, you guys have your card, so you probably cannot engage in the funiculus today. There's a funicular railway, but I don't think you can fit a card on it.
Probably not.
So you guys got to take the long way down into town, and that means that you're gonna roll right through the center of town, through the garment district. And so, let me see. Let me double check my notes of how I actually did this. I think it was, yes, that was large. Yeah, that was large. So yeah, in my notes, Venetus I've written is very large in size, dense in population. So yeah, this is the out of your current
this
travel
is
as a
Venice,
group.
right?
Yeah, kind of. It's supposed to be Italian, possibly a little Grecian. It doesn't really have the canals like Venice, but it is seaside, so.
I think it's more like, I guess.
Oh, I just meant in terms of
area.
like cultural hub.
Yes, this is a major cultural center, and this is the biggest city that you have been to. Their major industries are in textiles, fine arts, alchemies. So, as you guys, roll through the center of town, in the lovely, the oldest, center of town with the garment district, like I said, mosaics everywhere, artistic fountains, glazed roofs, lots of little towers and walled compounds. Everything, it's the height of spring, so everything has this kind of interesting layered smell. Like there's a heaping helping of like perfumey, flowery smell, and then under that, especially in the garment district, there's a little bit of a chemical, we're brewing dyes kind of undercurrent.
Mhm.
So it smells sweet at first, but there's a little bit of bite under it. Porter kind of described to you a little bit of what he knew of the politics of the town, and that kind of carries over. Almost everybody you see in town is wearing like a little sash or a scarf or a little handkerchief tied around their sleeve, which is usually brightly colored. You can tell who the residents are because their colors are blue, big blue. And you do occasionally see a couple of others. You see some people with some, green trimmings from the Arcadian region. You see a handful of people, especially in the upper terrace merchants, a handful of people with stark white scarves and stuff to indicate they came from Superbia. You do spot a couple of purples and reds, meaning Violetto or Rosa, stuff like that. And for a mid morning or a late morning, the streets are decently busy. You guys roll past, cafes and lots of boutiques full of garments and the like.
Very nice place.
Yeah, it's quite a place of culture. Lot of culture. Lot of it.
Let's get,
It seems like a very nice place.
Morty, what is going on with your voice there?
What? Nothing's going on with my voice.
Let's get Lady Diane
Sorry.
situated at the college.
Oh no, I wasn't saying at you. I was.
Oh,
Porter's
no.
Porter's not fond of this place.
Yeah, he's
That is
discussed
fair.
that.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't know why. I think it's just because of the guitars, but when I'm trying to think of Venetus in my head, I'm specifically thinking of a particular music piece from Ocean's 12. The guitar that keeps playing when like Brad Pitt's character is like eyeballing Catherine Zeta-Jones and their subplot. I meant to look it up sometime, but it's just a piece of like really long, slightly sad guitar, but it's very, emotional and high flying.
Oh, I
Yeah.
was getting a completely different read.
It's definitely should be hearing some guitars here.
Oh no, I was, but hold on, let me see if I can pull up the file. Yeah.
There's no gondolas, so there's no singing gondoliers. But yeah, you keep heading down into town, and you probably split up from the Neff at once you're in the center because you guys have to go to the theater district.
That's another good one.
I was gonna post that after we finish Buggy. So
I did joke about the castanets in the other town, so
Yeah.
but yeah, you guys basically coming down, you guys would split off to the left of the road and head further east up into the theater district. The Neff are traveling the other direction along the Cove line towards Witchtown, which is also where the Neff refuge is. So the theater district is it's a something.
Oh.
You guys are walking by all kinds of things. There are, obviously you'd expect from it being called a theater district. There are indeed many small theaters and amphitheaters, performance houses of all types. There's cheap, quote unquote cheap row housing for students at the Bard's College and the like. But also there are a wide variety of other things going on. There's lots of shops for a wide variety of fine musical instruments. There is a bevy of cafes. Everything takes on a slight hint now of there's a lot of brewing Lemurian coffee in the air.
Ooh.
That kind. You can probably smell the shortbreads baking. You see lots of student types flitting back and forth, papers everywhere, that kind of thing. You also probably see a decent amount of adventurers. This is where the guild hall is based. And so the place you are looking for is the campus of the Bard's College.
Alrighty.
So, yeah, you get onto the grounds. It's very impressive. Very big. Very solid. In the center of their campus, there is a big old statue to Saint Carmen, founder of the school, patron saint of bards, and of Venetus, founding member of the Adventurers Guild. You're pretty sure the statue at the campus is bigger than the one in the Master Guild Hall.
Oh, of course it is.
This one is white marble though. That one's gold. It's all about proportions. But yeah, so there's a big central area. I don't know if any of the rest of you would know much about your Venetus history. Porter probably remembers that this used to be, because this half of the town was the temple district. This actually used to be a large temple to Minim, but after the schism, all of the religious iconography was struck and it was converted into the college.
Mm-hmm.
So there's, big cathedral-type buildings, which are now converted into, lecture halls, reliquaries, stuff like that. You see all kinds of people, coming and going and bustling around. Because obviously the Bard's College does have a focus on music performance and verse magic, but they cover lots and lots of other things. There's, classical fine arts, there's composition, poetry. There's also, wide qualities of practical skills. You will definitely pass by, handfuls of students learning stuff like, archery or fencing out on the quad.
Do we have a lot of iconography to muse over here?
Yeah, probably here and there.
Okay.
A lot of the iconography in the college itself, though, would definitely be more St. Carmen focused. So there's lots of, big sanctified sheets.
Ah, okay, there it is. Okay.
Quite the different feel from the Red Tower.
Well, I won't say that magic isn't an art, but...
Oh, but verse magic is an art. That's the whole point.
Prefer to consider it a science.
And that's why things are different.
As you watch a pair of young students throwing around some kind of throwing discus back and forth.
was like, you there at the top, think every bit of magic should be measured and weighed and pitted against each other. Here, they go more by feel.
Well, no, it's the rules. There are rules to magic.
Yes, there are rules. But there are rules to you as well. Do you always act upon them? Do you always act in such a logical manner?
As long as I don't break them, yes.
If you don't break them, then why are you on the run?
I don't think he's on the run.
I prefer not to be an experiment.
Oh yeah, that thing.
And would you say that them experimenting on you follows the rules?
They consider it does, and I don't, so we have a disagreement at that point. On that point,
Then that means that you do not go just by the rules. What one person believes is not necessarily what the other one believes.
Well, Mira has not told me that I've broken any rules yet, so.
Oh, so now we bring the divine into it.
Well, he is the patron of the Red Tower and did author most of the rules under the under the direction of, what was it, Athos? Sorry, I'm not good at the other sounds.
Chrysos the
Chrysos.
you set out the rules of creation in his big book. Well, technically, Yuna wrote the big book, but Chryso told her to write in the big book. The big book of rules. Everybody got that?
Yes.
I love the subtle interplay of this conversation, by the way, of little R rules and big R.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be a contrarian, but sometimes I feel like magic's also just guiding forces that already exist. Just help.
Well, the short and the long of it is, the rules that Versus use are not the rules that Arcane uses.
Sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of perks up from the back. It's kind of a complicated, intersectional thing, actually. Multi-genre.
Yes, and the rules that Arcane uses is not the same rules that Divine use. Same with Primal. They are not one system. They are 5 different systems. So there are 5 different ways to use them. It's not like I can
There's
start.
5?
Yes, there's 5.
We had this conversation before.
The 5th one is the bad one.
Yes, the 5th one is the bad one, but it exists.
Right,
It
demon
does
magic.
exist,
Got
yes.
it.
That's the
Forgot about
literally-
demon
that's the
magic.
one of you break the rules to get more rules.
Not all rules are based off Arcane, not all are based off Divine, not all are based off Primal, and all that's nuts. So when people different use them, they come up at it at different ways. Verse, while they do follow their own rules, is much more in touch with the arts, which is emotion, intuition. Sometimes just straight out just throwing random things on a wall. They seek inspiration in their works.
Always takes a little bit of a force of personality
Well, you,
versus
Master...
based on presence.
Well, you, Master Ryahn, you rely on numbers, maths, equations, a precision, a uncompromised edge.
So how does Sir Mortis come into this part of the conversation?
Well, that's why he is still but an apprentice, I believe.
Yes.
Well, I've not been back for a while. Who knows
So
what they would think of me now?
His beliefs on what magic is are complicated. He is much of the believer that magic is a tool, and it's much more
It's
the
a
people that
function of the
understand.
universe. That's very arcane, though.
It is
Strictly
very.
speaking from an out. When Porter does a magic, it's about a personal relationship,
Yeah.
a push and a pull.
Well, I'm about to say that. When you look at my magic is based on trust. It's like the trust that the Science have in me and the trust that I have in them. They trust me to do good works in their name, and I trust them to give me the power to do so. If either of those trusts weakens, well, it weakens me in turn. Those are also my rules.
And eventually, when Leona learns to cast, her ability to cast will be based on listening to hear all the colors of the wind or something like that.
Oh, I always viewed Primal as either, because I don't think there's like an elemental system so much. So I
Yeah,
viewed
there's
it as more
there's
of,
elements
like,
in creation, but it's not
I
explicitly
viewed
in
Primal
the
as more of like
mechanics.
what sorcery is, of like
I
just
was
pure
thinking it's like you
instinct.
pull from the energies of the environment.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
Well,
I have a whole giant, literal blocks of text about how these different things work. So
Yeah.
yeah. Primal literally puts you in tune with nature. So yes, you have to understand the world around you.
Yeah.
mechanically, because the primal skill is based on cunning, I've always assumed it is more about, perception, understanding, and
I got feeling.
yeah,
Sometimes trickery.
yeah. Sometimes because it also involves directly the relationship with the elemental spirits. Sometimes you got to be a little like, hey, homie, start the fire for me there. And usually the fire spirit will be like, boy, I love starting fires. Whoosh. And you got to tell him to stop. That's where the tricky part comes in.
The real question is, have the elementals been... Never mind, I'm not going to get it.
Piles and piles of fluff. World
Have
builds
they been
loudly.
corrupted by ancient Cthulhu space demons?
Not lately.
Anyway, where do we need to drop you off, my lady?
Oh, just here at the main campus will be fine. And once I'm settled in, I'll send my letter to home. You should receive your payment next tomorrow. Let me double check my notes. I think were you guys paid half up front?
I
Or was
do
it
not
all under
remember,
a
but
rate?
let me see how
I
much.
don't remember we were paid at all.
Double check.
I have to written it down somewhere. Let me see here. Enchanted weapons, quarry pay, that. I don't see the.
All right, then yeah. So it'll be your pay in full, which is 1,000 a pop for each of you, because it was double the rate. And it's taking you about, let's see, that was 5 days, and you took about 3 days before, so it's a little over a week. It's pretty good for a week's salary, but it was supposed to be a time sensitive job of heightened political importance.
We did make it a bit ahead of time too, so
Yeah, so Diantha's got a couple of days to just settle in before her term starts.
All right. Perf.
Just under a week, I think, technically. But yeah, so she takes you to the main center. She'll pack off her charts and stuff, and be like, oh, it's wonderful. I'll remember all of you.
Mm-hmm.
Hugs, cheek kiss.
Mm-hmm.
It was a pleasure.
I have a gift for her as she leaves.
Sure, what do you got?
Basically, a carved necklace pendant, made out of some bone from some of the creatures that she slew at the very beginning of the adventure.
Okay, it's nice. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
She's helped you out a couple of times. All right. Yeah, it's lovely. I'll treasure it always. And then
Take care of yourself.
with a big bow and a flourish, she is away. And shortly within probably the next couple of days, there'll be many a rumor and a single sheet about the adventurers of the many paths. She'll probably leave out some of the funny stuff. The turtle stance.
So
Our
Mortis,
PR.
king of turtle stands.
I feel like we've gained some points of PR somewhere.
We have gained a reputation.
Yeah.
And so you guys will probably want to head up to the guild hall, which is located on the campus. And yes, that is the guild hall is built right into the campus. Some people do find this a little weird, but it's the college was founded by a founding member of the Adventurers Guild, so it does work like that.
There's a
You're
career
very
program
self-reliant.
somewhere here.
Yeah. I mean, yes, no, there's straight up there's a pipeline.
Lucky, wrong channel.
Wrong channel, me.
Yay, it's not me for once.
It happens sometimes.
I was looking on Twitter for stuff and I realized I was.
No, but I do it all the time.
But let's see. Go for 2.5. I'm debating. I'm going for a while. How you guys feeling?
I'm okay.
I'm pretty excited. It's been a kind of quiet day, so I was up to do something.
Been good.
tense.
Alright,
I've
okay.
got a bit of time.
I was debating whether to cliffhanger or to just keep going, but we'll keep going. So as you guys probably turn to, head towards the guild hall, maybe find a place to bunk, work on getting your cash and stuff, head back to town. You hear somebody in the distance say, "Hey, is that Ryahn? Hey, Ryahn, over here." And then Ryahn is absolutely anime glumped. You are
Ah,
bamboozled.
What is the height difference here? I need to know.
Yes,
It's
I know.
quite
Is
a
this
bit.
Onason?
To Ryann's height, yes, technically.
Yes.
Yes. So, Ryahn, you are quickly swept up in a short but powerful embrace. There is a Leoparine anima here. You recognize her. She says her name anyway, though. She's like, "Ryahn, it's been so long. It's me, Ruth LaRue."
hello, Ruth. Please, my ribs.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. She kind of sets you back. She, leans over, takes a second to measure the hand's hands. She's like, "No, see, you're getting taller. You're gonna catch up to me soon." You have not gotten taller since you've seen her last.
I'm pretty sure it's just the hat, Ruth.
So, what you would remember, Ruth was you knew she was an adventurer. She's a graduate of the Red Tower. She's a couple years ahead of you in the program. You remember her as a talented student of fire magic and a little bit of a magic fencer. Sometimes during the tower, she was known as Ruth of the Burning Hands or the Red Tower's Scarlet Flash. So she is like I said, a rabbit beastman. So fairly tall for a woman, lots of leg, white hair, so white rabbit ears sticking up from her conical hat, pink eyes. In general, you remember she was pretty good. She's pretty talented from what you recall. She was accepted to be in the Crimson Knights, but she left Rubia very suddenly on a research trip to the Cataract. You haven't exactly been sure what she's been doing, but you're pretty sure she's been reporting to the board because the auditors haven't gone to haul her back to the tower for review.
Yeah.
Are the auditors what they call the people that come and break your kneecaps?
Well, I did give it a capital A.
I'm pretty sure they're the ones that make sure that you're actually doing what you're supposed to be doing for the Red Tower, so.
Otherwise,
Fair
we have to
enough.
go ask you to go do something else. You're not supposed to be just minding your own time, We know there's alumni payments. But Ryahn would recall Ruth as being quite intelligent, quick-witted, and take charge. But as a Leoparine anima, she's a little bit scatterbrained, a little bit hyperactive. In case you couldn't tell,
Yeah.
very rapidly. And she's like, she looks around to all the rest of them and is like, "Oh, is this your adventuring party?"
Yes, this is my adventuring party. We've traveled down from North Country, and
As you were explaining this, she is grasping everybody's hands and shaking you very rapidly.
as she shakes hand, I'll interrupt the story to introduce them.
All right.
That's Mortis. Don't mind his appearance. He's a good fellow. There's Porter here, high priest of Verna.
Mhm.
And
Nodding
then we have
shake.
Leona here from the east.
Ooh, a Longu. Neat.
I am Master Ryahn student.
Oh, it's amazing, Ryahn. A teacher yourself. Well, they say the best way to learn is to teach. I'll have to find a few people to teach myself. I'm in a group 2 now. Actually, it's very exciting. We have an airship. Well, kind of. It's under repair right now. We're working on that, actually. Oh, hey, this is perfect, By the way, lots of excited anime-ass gestures.
There are
Swirling
definitely
hands, pointing fingers, punching palms.
There are definitely several points where Ryahn tries to get a word in, and she just kind of keeps talking.
Like I said, very heavy of the hyperactive and just kind of like moving from thought to thought without really giving you a break. And she's like, "Oh, this is perfect. I was just going to go to Guildhall and post a notice for some more adventurers. We need a little bit of extra hands with some stuff because the ship and the thing. It's really complicated, but it's perfectly fine. If you guys just wrapping something up, that's great. It's great. You should come see us. You should come see the rest of the group. We're gonna post, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I'll go talk to the girls. We're staying at a tavern in the beachfront district called the Sleeping Sands. So just pop by whenever you need to. Okay, bye. Neum. And she sprints away.
Well, I see she hasn't changed pace all this time.
Well, she has magic boots now that make her go fast. So, actually, they don't actually make her go fast.
She has increased her pace then.
She gets to go. She as a rabbit folk, she gets to double move anyway for free. But they give her swiftness and other things. To finish off her physical description, because she probably would have powered off before you could even take it all in. Like I said, she was dressed like what you'd expect a Red Tower graduate to be. You know, red silk capelet. You know, kind of a basically the equivalent of a brigandine, so kind of like a duelist style jacket and tunic with a little bit of armor plating. You know, big pointy conical hat. She did have 2 swords at her belt. One was a rapier style, one was a longsword style. She was wearing something that Ryahn would remember as her particular focus item. She got a lot of flair for. She was wearing some white silk gloves with an array of fire glyphs and fire opals in the back. So those are her particular casting items. And she did have some, like I said, she had some short breeches on and then thigh-high boots with gold and silver and some you think that was swan feathers?
No, I need these.
That's new.
Hmm.
But yeah, so there you go. That's our blunt hook. You guys can go check that one out or not.
Well,
I'm just gonna playfully nudge Ryahn, and I'm just gonna give him waggling eyebrows. Just yeah. So didn't know
Just
you
gonna
were such acquainted with such. I forgot the word I was gonna use here. Fuck. Shit.
Baker's energy is not a good one for it.
I didn't know you were so acquainted with just such lovely bundles of energy. Seemed right eager to get you into her arms. Eh?
Ryan blushes heavily. Yeah, she's always been like that, and me not actually getting any taller has not helped the matter, so.
Very nice, very nice. See?
God will tell you, by the way, that there's technically there's 3 big quests I've got planned for Venetus. I've only written one of them, so you guys can go shopping and stuff if you like. I don't have any other hooks ready for this.
I'm totally doing some shopping. I was
I thought
actually
it was
looking at my. Wait, how much are we getting each for the
1K?
1K. That'll put me up to 2K. I could probably get some solid shopping done.
Same here, actually.
You do got to wait a little bit because she's got to let her home, but they do have a teleattack here, so they can just.
Oh, I should probably write some letters too.
Oh, it's Bandits should be already here too as well, actually.
Yeah,
we should
huge.
maybe settle in and maybe consider our options tomorrow morning.
Let's find a good end.
Yes.
Well, what kind of place do you want to stay in? It's a big town. There's loads and loads of places. Obviously, the beachfront district, which you haven't really been to yet, is awash in, you know, taverns and inns and travelers' houses because that's right up on the port. There are plenty of dormitories and bunk houses and inns in the theater district as well. And, of course, you guys can go bunk in the guild hall for free.
I'll probably just take a bunk in the guild hall myself.
You do have to find a place to stash your cart and your horse.
Ugh.
Well, we could definitely look
technically
for a.
Technically, Witchtown
inn.
also is full of bunk houses and inns and stuff, but that's, you know, it's a cultural thing.
Witchtown? Oh.
Yeah.
Dar.
There's, you know, I have a whole document on this if anybody wants to check, but there's.
I don't remember what Witchtown is, so I actually got to reread that.
There are 5 major districts. You guys pass through the upper terrace. That's pretty sparse. There's the beachfront, obviously, which is the port side, which is full of, you know, that's got the Market Street and all kinds of other fun stuff going on. The Garment District is the heart of the town. You guys are in the Theater District, and then the other side is Witchtown, which is a lot of immigrants and people who come from the Sapphire Island because they've got them rules.
All right, we can't go to Witchtown. Okay, I was double checking that.
Oh,
But we can't
That's
stay
where-
in Witchtown.
No, you can
Well,
stay in
no.
Witchtown.
That's where the male population of the Sapphire Island live.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys can stay there. It's just I don't know if you'd want to stay there because
Well, it says right
It's-
here, this area is packed full of dense city streets and is meant to serve the population of Sphere. As per the ruling sect of Hamath that controls the island, permanent resident there. Oh, so this. Okay.
Reside there on the Sapphire
Yeah,
Island.
it's not on the island though.
Okay, my bad. I misread
It's
that.
also probably where you can get to the island from.
Well, you can
Well, I
get
plan
from
on
anywhere
going to
in
Sapphire Island eventually, but
That's a little bit more than a day trip, so
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Maybe we're done with the city.
there will be some extra work here.
let's see here. Eastern Wing. I mean, I'm fine with staying in the theater district. Let's see. Do we have any museum dormitories and other housing for students?
I just don't know where else I would be able to get away with stashing a skeleton horse.
Just
Well, remember,
unsummon.
you can summon and unsummon it.
Yeah, about to say, just unsummon her or him.
You got a whistle.
Does that keep my equipment?
On the horse, yeah.
Oh,
If
that's
you stash
Also-
extra stuff in the bags.
Also,
yeah.
considering the like theatric nature of the town, like people might just assume that it's any costume or something.
Or just a construct. Someone made
True.
for
Who knows?
production.
Temple District.
We can get Mortis some like Skull Knight armor.
As you guys are kind of, pulling out your pocket maps and standing in the quad, there's definitely people going by who are just kind of like, thumbs upping Mortis's getup as you go by. As you are among the theater kids.
I'm pretty sure, Mortis, if you don't appear as a villain in some play in the next coming week, people are going to be very confused.
I mean, I have relatively little acting experience, but I wouldn't be averse to it.
Maybe some kind of unlikely hero. Some people like the tragedy of the cursed hero.
Oh no, there's nothing wrong with a classic villain. Played one myself over when I visit Longu lands. Got a bit of theater work in. Listen, Porqs make excellent villains.
I
Don't
feel
you know?
like I wouldn't have the correct countenance to play a villain in anything quite serious.
Why don't you try something hard enough? It's not hard to bend a line.
What are
You
your
know what?
thoughts on
You know what? Fuck it.
slapstick?
Now let's head down to the beachfront district.
All right. We transition, Batman style,
Mm-hmm.
the beachfront. So yeah, it's what you would expect. White sand beaches, loads of shopping.
Porter is gonna put out his hand and a fruity drink with an umbrella is magically going to appear in it.
Yeah, basically.
Mhm.
Because there's
Mortis
lots of
is,
drinking and fine dining and stuff here as well.
Mortis has despawned his armor and is now wearing a Hawaiian shirt and sunglasses.
Mm-hmm.
But you activated the glamour
Glamour.
plate.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're just gonna look up at you guys and be like, "What?"
Yes.
I'm
This
just-
automatically
because I've
happens
been
whenever I
because
do
I've been
Beach.
playing Crisis Core. I'm now just imagining the Costa del Sol segments where you use the fucking umbrella instead of the Buster Sword.
Right.
All right, but let's see if we can find. I want an inn with a good view, and possibly some good food.
There's probably a few of those around here. Or at least more than
Well,
one.
actually, no.
the
wait,
good
no.
food is pretty easy.
Yeah. So, but I definitely I want somewhere scenic, looking over the water.
It is
So
the beachfront.
I'm
that
willing.
can
I'm
be
willing to play a little
arranged.
bit extra for something more high class. I think.
Yes, I believe that would fall under the what do I call it? Yeah, lodging private. So that's 5 gold a night.
Righto. I will
But
pay
indeed, that can be arranged. And yeah, no, you can find a nice place. I assume you guys are gonna avoid the sleeping sands for now.
yes.
I need
Yeah.
to get my Aetherite tickets.
You will
first.
not pray return just yet.
We haven't gone there ever yet, though. There's
Not
no
that you-
returning. It's
The
Not
sleeping
in
sands
this
is a state of
life.
mind.
nah.
All right. So
That reminds me.
I will
Okay.
set Blackie up, put our things down, and it's time to do some fucking shopping.
Yep. Listen, you're in the right place for it. Market Street here, very robust. Even in the middle of the day, there's, a hawking and a selling and a buying.
I had something.
Okay.
All kinds of things can be found in the Market Street.
Expensive.
I have to double check some of the things that I want to buy, so forgive me if
I had
I'm
a
muttering
specific
myself.
type of thing I wanted to buy. I just don't know
Yep.
When it goes down,
if there are any magical versions.
when it goes down to rarity, does it affect the price, or is it just?
Let me
easy
double check.
peasy?
I don't
For
remember
you?
if it affects the price. I do remember it affects if you go down
Items.
2, no matter what, you'll be affecting the rarity, your check.
Yeah,
The
that was
rare
the other one.
and the check is what lowers the price down potentially.
Yeah, so the rarity increase on the table or decrease doesn't go that way. It only goes up.
Oh, okay.
So the price doesn't go down, but you do decrease. At a -2, you will decrease the difficulty by at least 1, which makes it much more likely you'll get discounts.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right, so forgive me as I have to start double checking some.
Nah, go for it, y'all.
Yeah.
That's why I asked you to. I asked how you guys felt. You go down to Klein. I'm like, okay, I'll plot hook you next, and then you've got the run of the city for a little bit.
Oh yeah, Vega, just because I want to say this before I fully forget, but
Yeah.
when we were trouble with Damp, it always reminds me of, I don't know if it actually better, but Alice 14. Every time I talk to Damp, she always reminds me of her for some reason, but you probably wouldn't understand for a while.
I'll get it later.
Once Alice goes through a couple power-ups, yeah, no, I definitely see where you're going.
It feels like.
Oh, I thought you were making
her,
the
like,
joke that
later
we barely
expansions.
ever talked to her.
Might get to meet her for the first time in a bit, but yeah.
Well, he's already met
Yeah,
out.
technically, I've
yeah,
seen her.
you met them.
Yes, actually, I don't know if in character I met them. I have seen her in cutscenes. I
No,
guess she was in the cart,
bump
but she
in-
didn't really speak to
They
me.
come up to you at the end of one of the meetings.
Right?
I think
Yes.
you'll
Okay, she is
actually
there.
have like
Right.
first like proper adventure of her shortly.
Trying to. Yeah, I don't. It's been several weeks, but yeah. I do distinctly remember that she was the one who was like, "Nah, fam, I'm going somewhere else," and just she slammed down her hater blockers and just
I
vanished.
feel like that was, we could only afford the VA credit for one of these.
We can afford only one Sam Regal and only for one expansion pack. Then we've got to find somebody else.
I like the whole voice cast better, but
I believe that is generally supported. It's funny though. I haven't heard his performance yet, but Alphina's new voice actor is going to be his newer voice actor, I should say, is going to be Apollo in Hades 2.
Oh, that's good.
I've been seeing that
Good.
joke on the internet.
So good. Look, I like both of the Alphinaud. Like, there were some of the old voice casts that I was not a huge fan of. Minfilia for one, but
Yeah, her performance.
I love
her performance.
Alphinaud's new and old voice.
I mean, Sam Riegel's good at what he does, so
It's true. It is. That is a very like.
the man has
He's
flexibility.
He's not quite in the big five, but he's close.
it's to me, it's a situation of when it hits you, you like notice a difference. Like it also like no, this just fits more, kind of thing.
All right, so Leona's looking for a balanced tilt.
I'm
Yes, you
actually
can
like
find
I was
that in
trying
this
to decide between one of these two. I'm not sure which one works better. I can pay for either. Not sure.
Okay. Well,
basically the same
mechanically,
rarity, so-
let's see.
So I can't do
And this would
both.
be for your Sward, right?
Yeah. I feel like either
Uh,
one would work.
the Wu Dao's already accurate one.
Yeah.
In that
be
case,
accurate
Pierce
too.
2 is probably, and there's no Pierce on it, right?
No.
Okay, yeah, so it's just default. So yeah, the Pierce 2 is probably better, more consistent damage. Accurate 2 can be spicy, but
I can
You
get that
still gotta-
later. I have 2 hard points. Yeah.
anybody else got anything else they want to in the marketplace they want to brew up? They want to think about?
I'm thinking about a lot of things.
I'm thinking about something.
Maybe I can actually like.
Where is it? Oh, there it is.
For some reason, the only other music, by the way, that's stuck in my head is fucking Destiny Island's theme, which is not quite correct either.
Not quite.
Okay, so Omega,
That's me.
they have. There's a chance for any item in the guide to be here, right?
Yeah. If it's
Okay,
pretty rare exotic, you might get a hunt around for it, but that's what
it's
rolls are
rarity 7, so I don't know how.
for. What item are you looking for?
Alchemical wings.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That is in regular magic items. Yeah, I mean, that would be reduced to a 5 because the rarity is reduced by 2 in this town. So yeah, somebody could roll for it. I would definitely say it probably should still be a roll. It's,
Master Ryahn,
It
you
would
be
make
so
it at least an
kind?
average attack. Yeah.
Yes, I'm gonna be.
I can wear those in armor, right? Yeah. Okay.
yeah, they go on your back.
I guess it would still count as 2E when you put them on.
Well,
Yeah,
I have a
the-
very specific image of how I want them to look.
The encumbrance capacity doesn't.
God, what's his name? I can never remember his
reduced.
fucking name.
That is not the
Tyrael's
right
older angry
channel.
brother.
You'll be able to do like flight jumps, and I'll be able to glide. It'll be fun. We'll have all the.
Let's see. You said it was rarity 5 now.
Yep.
Which would be.
But it is not priceless, so it should
Imperious, that's right.
hypothetically it's in this town somewhere.
So that is 2 rarity or 2 difficulty.
C4. That'd be average.
Nope. I don't find one.
All right, you ask around to some shops. There are indeed some alchemist shops and some enchanters. You ask around, and they're like, "Nope, all out of alchemical wings. I can put some on back order for you."
Yeah, would you be able to do that?
Sure, if you're in town in a couple of
Sure.
days, just come on back.
All right.
I assume that means after this next adventure, they will.
Something
have
like that,
in stock.
probably, yeah. Just put 'em
In the
somewhere
meantime,
we
since Ryahn is going to some alchemical places, he's going to start gathering some experimental stuff to try and invent a alchemical. What is it called? What did I call it? No, not that. Alchemical engine.
yeah.
Something to power the armored adventurer carrier.
The
Yep.
AAC.
But we can deal with that next time. Just however much it would cost, he's going to begin trying to build one and experiment.
Yeah, let me see. We're building it, so. Well, I mean, I can probably use the cost of the wings as a base there. So raw materials is usually half. So we'll say that's probably like 500.
Okay.
See, it starts at 0 and 1, simple. Then it's.
Yep.
That'd be average. So we get paid. I guess paid back. Ron can help me because I can then pay for both of these full price. We'll see if
Track
they
out
pay
your- yep.
discount.
Depending on how rapidly they get the sensor letter, you guys might get it later today. You've not actually checked in at the guild house because you were way late and then were immediately like, let's find a place to stay and go shopping. Porter did say he also wanted to write some more letters, so I'm sure he'll do a mail point.
Oh yeah, I will.
It goes for the shopping for once I get the money.
I don't think any of my shopping is gonna be done until I actually get my my extra pay. So
All right, well, you guys can take the Ryahn and Mortis are wandering
I-
around town a little bit, having their
Let's go put
their
the
fear
job
and
in, I
loathing
guess.
adventure. So we can probably, you guys can wait until the later in the afternoon. You guys can like go to the inn, get settled in, go back. It's a very big city, so you guys are spending quite a lot of time walking or carting everywhere.
yeah, no, we're definitely we don't want to probably pull the cart everywhere while we're in
Yeah.
city. So
Yeah, you lay down your tavern lodgings and put up your cart and your horse.
Yep.
And go back to hoofing it.
I think I want to make a ghost lantern.
It's an interesting one, yes.
Like I said, it probably won't be, since it'll be, well, actually, who knows? Maybe it is divine. It's missing time to the land of the dead. That might be divine. I'll find out. I'll figure it out later. But no, like, since it's like 3,000, it'd be like 1,500 to craft. But so I'm just like,
Yep.
I don't quite have enough. Because I do like having my lantern on my staff, so I'll work it. But yeah, so Porter, will probably peruse the markets for a bit, but not ultimately not buy anything, and return to the guild hall to start writing some letters, and he'll bring it. He'll bring the spirit fox with him, so
Yep.
so we can hang out.
By the way, I'm gonna say that the tavern and the inn you're staying at is called the Blue Window.
The Blue Window, nice.
Because you said you wanted a view, so I'm,
Yes,
probably some terraces and some balconies right up there on that white sand.
hella. I'm gonna get a lawn chair and just be like, it's gonna be good. Listen, I gotta
Yeah,
have
so
my,
Porter
I'm
returns
gonna
to
have
the
my
guild
beach
quarters.
episode. Don't you worry. Yeah, it's early spring. The water shouldn't be. Well, like I said, water shouldn't be too bad.
Also, you are bordering the inland sea, which is basically the
Yeah.
Med,
Also,
so-
yeah, I was going to say this is like the Mediterranean Sea. So if you like, this is like 60-degree water.
Sick.
Yeah, no, it is
It's
only
nothing.
probably not nice in the very depths of winter.
Yeah.
Ordering a storm.
All right, so it's been about a week since.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, no, I think
You've been
it's enough.
traveling
I think it's enough time to
English
send another
days.
round of letters. All right, so I will write letters to the little green men.
Yeah, it's been the better part of 5 or 6 days since I think you last wrote a letter, because I think that was in Superbia.
Yeah. No, I didn't write letters in the Superbia. Oh wait, no, yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
Omega, is
The
there a
dragon came up.
temple to Dio in the city?
So funnily enough, in the city, no, actually. You made a Venice analogy earlier. Graveyards are handled and tombs are handled on small offshore islands. So that is where you would find your temples of Dio. You can probably find a quick boat over if you wish to pay your respects.
That's not the reason I need to talk to the Temple of Dio.
Mm-hmm.
I need to put my feelers out to see if they've seen anyone. Would that be something I could do quickly?
Yeah.
Like when you say offshore island, like how?
I mean, you can see the islands from on the beach. So
can I just walk?
I mean, you could, but then you'd be very wet and salty.
That's true. It's salty. That's true. It's an ocean, so yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
You also might get deterred by things in the ocean.
Not really. No. Not
That's
this
how
Yeah,
shallow.
Mortis
Kind of
got
easy.
his nickname Kraken Bait.
Not this shallow. Are you kidding me? No. There's nothing that dangerous this shallow.
But yeah, so you can
Yeah.
It would probably take you, a couple of hours total round trip to get boated
I'll
out.
tell
and get
everyone
back,
where I'm
but
going.
yeah.
I will probably not. I will probably be a little vague in saying that
Yeah.
I need to check in with the Temple of Dio. Just inquiring on some information. So,
Yeah.
not any specifics, but
Let's see. I think under normal circumstances, quote unquote urban tracking and rumor is streetwise, which is cunning. You probably have a 1 for that.
for cunning.
Yeah.
Yes, but I do have 2 streetwise.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So make me an easy streetwise check. Just to, subtly ask. Calm feelers. Yeah.
YGP. No.
Okay, they don't have anything. Well, I don't believe you're naming names because you said you're being subtle, but
I'm basically asking for any priests have come in from the north.
yeah, with
The-
that
the
roll, they're like,
Highlands.
no, they don't recall anybody.
Okay.
With your result, you don't feel like you're necessarily getting, direct information, and some of the priests are probably a little like, they're priests to Dio, they're minding, tending graves and shit like that, so they're probably not the most personable of the priesthood. But with your level of advantage there, you don't get any definite information, but you're pretty sure that they aren't like lying to you and covering.
Okay.
But you don't know if they know enough about information
Yeah,
to say it
I don't
necessarily.
know. They're telling me the truth, but I don't know how useful that is.
Yeah, because they are
Okay.
kind of like isolated out there. Alrighty. So yeah, you take your different diversions and stuff, and probably once Porter is done with his letters to write and send off, and Rion's done his report, your Diantha's probably sent her message home, and it can be ferried magically cross country, and you can get your gold back probably a little bit before dinner time.
Hella, I will mark that then.
You were all paid 1K.
All right. Well, with that, Porter is going to turn to Master Ryahn and be like, Master Ryahn, would you mind accompanying to, before dinner time, would you mind accompanying me to the marketplace here? I think I've got an idea for something that might be useful in our travels. I could use your help finding the parts for it, though.
Oh, of course, Ryan looks up from some contraption that he's working on, kind of wipes his hands off, cleans them off, and then goes to join you.
He's like, by the way, what are you working on there?
Oh, alchemical engine of some sort, something to
Some sort, he says.
well, I haven't figured out all the details yet. I need to find the correct reactant, solution, power source. I'm thinking steam, but who knows? Depends on
Porter
if it
just
works
keeps
same here.
nodding sagely to this.
It'll be for when the wagon gets into my vision of it, where it's a nice protective shell for all of us and might be too heavy for a horse to pull around.
I see. Nope, wait, nope, I don't see. But I
He
believe
pulls
that
out his book and shows blueprints that he's made up of.
Porter.
You will.
It's a
You might note that in this book, the language he uses is English.
I haven't seen these words. I haven't seen that like words like this in
Porter looks
how long?
left? Not left. Looks like tilts his head one way, tilts his head his other way. It's like, nope, don't get it.
All right. Well, I'll show you when I'm finished. Then.
Very well then.
Porter
Sorry.
probably does get an impression of like a cart covered in like shields or armor plates, but other
Listen,
than that,
language or not, I'm looking at blueprints. Porter is intellect 1. He does not get it.
mechanics
There's a drawing.
none.
I don't know
None.
what these like numbers mean.
But yes, so by the way, since you came back, X, you did the wait around
I
long
didn't hear
enough
that.
to
Yeah,
get paid, so-
I was hearing it. I just had to grab something.
Don't check. So everybody's got their cash. Go out shopping.
It means I have enough to get both my things.
All right, so to
Don't
make
adjust
a well, I would like to make a ghost lantern because who knows, I might be
Yep,
able to make
it's
it
doable.
nice. So I just had this pulled up. Where is it? There it is.
Was
Ghost lantern. It is normally 3,008, but since we have the modifier, it will be 3,006. So
do you wish to buy it straight out, or are you going to just try and get materials to make one?
I'm going to try and get materials to make one.
All right, let me double check my crafting guidelines. Do we reduce the rarity for that part? To roughly cost the item. Yeah, I think you just pay the cost 1,500 to get the materials. You can
Oh.
find them here,
Oh, okay.
and then the difficulty is equal to half the rarity.
Yes, so 4. All right, so I will attempt. Wait, do I have? Hang on, I'm gonna double check. No, I do
Oh, wow,
not
that's,
have crazy ways to make my.
And it takes an hour plus a number of hours equal to the rarity of the item. So you'd be doing this for quite a while.
Oh, it's equal to the fill rarity. Yep. Yeah. Okay. I will save this. I will save the materials then, because it's getting towards dinner time.
Yep.
So I will mark that I bought the materials at least.
And hypothetically, Ruth did say at your earliest convenience.
I mean, I don't
Which
have to be. Well,
So,
I don't have to be there for the roof thing. I'm pretty sure Ryahn got that all handled.
well, she did say she wants to meet with to give
I mean,
you
it
guys
was a
work.
group offer.
She was saying that she needs her adventuring group has something they need handled, and they were gonna just post it on the board. But she's like,
let's do
no,
an
wait,
8-man.
I've met a friend. We can
Also,
do that instead.
Ryan did not miss the pick where she said the girls.
No, I was about to mention that when you got done. It's like,
Oh God, I'm gonna get mobbed by him.
that's all. Like, there are very few men that I hear would actually complain about that. Well, I guess it'll be my sacred duty to help keep the swarms of hand-grabby women off your smallness. I will take this duty with sacred and fierce determination. Don't
I
worry.
found you.
With a completely straight face, Ryan will thank you. Thank you, Porter. Thank you.
Are you
Hold on, I have a picture I need to.
considering I've been around you long enough to like be used to your stature, but you used to be quite adorable.
I'm still adorable. Unfortunately, that's the problem. It attracts a certain type of women.
I was hoping he'd
I'm
just say it.
goddamn adorable.
Bitch, I'm adorable.
It's like, do you think the rest of the crew are long-legged bunny women?
I don't think that's worth putting a bet on.
I don't know. She didn't. I know she didn't hang out with like just solely beast folk when back at the Red Tower, so it could be quite a variety.
I just hope.
If they put up with her for so long, then who knows how eccentric they may be.
No, there's no way he could make it in an adventuring party.
I feel so brazen asking this, but because of your condition, do you not care for the interests of, I guess, with the interests of deep companionship?
Mortis will look at Leona with a look that can only be described as pity.
It's just all like,
Do you think of things before you speak them?
I mean, mentally, I'm 28 years old.
That would be a roadblock, yes.
My
that-
body
that-
doesn't exactly have any restrictions. I'm just this way permanently. Well, as far as I can tell.
Indefinitely, perhaps.
I know a couple of people who pay for something like
If
that.
I could, if she wasn't so, direct and I could get a word in, then maybe something could happen. But
I understand.
Hey, don't count yourself out. Just because you are, vertically challenged doesn't mean you can't find yourself a nice girl. Look at me.
Porter
Porter's gonna slap his, his ample belly and, flick his tusks. It's all like, look, I'm no charmer, but, one time out of 10, I can convince a girl to have a cup of tea with me and maybe spend the night.
Oh my god, you're just that character from fucking King of the Hill.
Who?
Be round, be strong.
No, the friend who's like always dating a supermodel. They like ask him and he's like, "How do I do it?" Well, when you take your shot 100 times, you'll hit like 5 or 6.
Yeah, no, that's Porter.
He just has no shame, man. Just
It's like, just try.
Yeah, Porter just keeps trying.
That is true.
That's like, yeah, no, looks count for a lot, but trust me, and he's gonna pound his chest. Personality goes a long way, as long as you can get past that first meeting. It's all like, I'm sorry, what was the bunny girl's name again?
Ruth.
Sorry, so it's all like, who knows? Maybe Ruth thinks more of you than you think. I'm hoping that some of those girls will definitely think more of me than I would think. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a bit since I've had a flower. Actually, what is the red like situation here in Venetus?
There's probably some opportunities. Remember that the Courtesan Guild is part of the Trade Council, so there are probably places with red lanterns. Probably be in the theater district, just because again, that's where a lot of the free real estate space is. Maybe down.
Might be a section also in the Witchlight district, but that might be the wrong persuasion.
No. Don't go to any unauthorized facilities. That's where you're gonna get the fucking crotch rot.
Also, Porter, having been to the Sapphire Isle, might know things about being very careful with what sort of things you say when to a young witch lass.
Trust me, you do. Listen, I only got called after dark, and I got turned into a little pig for my problems. No. Anyway. Well, how about this, Master Ryahn? How about me and you kip down to a red lantern and see what? I'm pretty sure it won't take no better convincing to let you know that you're a fully grown man. Make sure everything that works properly here.
Recording.
Very well.
Righto. Trust me, with your looks, they might be paying you. Ha ha ha.
And then
Maybe a
this just
discount.
this
I
just
don't know.
this just turns into the incident we no longer speak of. Good, bad, I don't know, but
Yes.
I just feel like the
Something
comedic
happens.
potential just lays there untapped.
Yes.
We just smash cut to the next morning.
Well, then we shall never
Everybody's
speak of
missing
this
their
again.
shirts.
I didn't know,
Everybody's
I
a
didn't
few
know that
gold
could
coins
happen,
lighter.
but it did.
Mortis is missing exactly one shoe for some reason.
Mortis would not have gone along.
I know, but he's still missing a shoe for some reason.
Who took my shoe?
I'm having the dumbest thing of like, they're just like, man, if someone was into Mortis, I feel like they'd be fucking terrifying.
I feel like
No,
it would
well,
have to be like,
Mortis is a hopeless romantic, so he's like,
yeah, that's the thing we're getting at though. Like, if somebody was going the other way, it would have to at first be one of those super goth, like, I'm in love with your
I
Carnage
feel like
kind
my
of a
dating
thing.
pool all shops at Hot Topic, regardless of gender.
Or,
they all
maybe a
shop at Hot
necromancer.
Topic.
A
Or
priestess
own
of
Hot
Dio is into you.
What? I mean, okay, Axe. Quick question: what necromancer doesn't shop at Hot Topic?
True facts.
I could.
Why are you booing? I'm right.
That's my line.
All right. Okay. So yeah. Any other shopping stuff? We've been going for over 3 hours. We can
Yeah.
we can pack it in and start next week with you guys actually meeting.
The only thing I have is the I would like to remind you, this is Japan's interpretation of necromancers.
Yeah, at the homie. He hasn't slept in a while.
It varies.
He's also wearing purple lipstick and a choker.
It looks like a tattoo, honestly, for real.
It might be painted on. I don't remember.
No,
Yeah.
it's a choker. It's a choker.
It's one of them tweener frames. Okay. All right. Yeah. So you guys can wrap up your shopification, and you guys will go to the Sleeping Sands and meet the crew of the Heavenly Maiden.
I'll just need Ryahn to make some rolls, but we
Yep.
can do that off stream.
We can do that off mic if you guys have everything wrapped up. Is there anything else we want to cover? We can just get to the business.
Can we go to the Heavenly Maiden in the afternoon so I can make my ghost lantern in the morning?
Yeah. I mean, I guess if the others don't mind waiting.
I would just
Fine.
inform the group that I need to be in the city sometime within the next couple of days, whenever my back order comes up.
Yeah.
Do they have like a pager thing?
Well, I'm assuming
No,
we
you
can
don't
tell
have an
them
arcade
where we're
slate.
staying.
Yeah. You could probably
Yeah.
give them your what place you're staying at. They can send a messenger around.
I was gonna stay in the guild hall, but
Ah,
Well,
come on.
they-
Come on, live a little.
all right.
Also, they could find you in the guild hall. That's true. Yes.
Well, yeah, I was gonna give them that address.
Oh wait, before that, I definitely want to use the story point. I want to make it now. I go.
Oh, you want to roll now? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Fair enough. Just remember that that'll be
9 hours. Yes.
Yeah, 9 hours plus
No,
or minus
8
some
hours.
stuff.
Excuse me. I don't know why I said
8 hours base. Yeah.
Yeah. The rarity is what, 7?
8.
No, it's a 1 hour plus the rarity.
Oh, then it is 9.
Oh, then.
Oh,
You can do something
you
with
go,
that.
You don't really speed that up, but you make a pretty good thing.
Let me.
You definitely prize efficiency over effectiveness.
9. So 9 hours. So I will basically be stuck until the afternoon. Well, no, late afternoon, early evening. with this.
No. Because remember, you buy this probably the late afternoon of the first day, so
Oh, okay. Well, probably.
You're
still-
like,
you can
Oh.
probably get it done like half in the night and
Oh.
then half in the morning. It will
Okay.
still be like, noonish.
Okay.
It'll be like 11 or 12 a.m. before you get done. Well, 12 p.m.
yeah, even if you like start at like 6 o'clock, that's still like you'd be done by like late afternoon, not necessarily evening. But anyway,
Yeah, but it's got a little
Um,
bit of time on the first day to work, so
what were the difficulty on the things that Axe wanted?
4.
4.
yeah, I think they're both 4. And you can spend the 1V to reduce it by 1 hour to be 8 hours, so you could do 4 and 4 porter.
Yeah. So I'll make it 4 and 4, but for the triumph, one other item hang on. Let me double check what the
What could you add to this Ghost Lantern?
Difficulty 4.
like.
Oh, that would be average.
So it's
Ghost
just
Lantern.
nope.
Oh no.
I don't have any comparable
Ah, damn! I would just.
any
I would
hilts
just
or
pay the
razor
price then,
edges for your
damn.
sword right now.
I mean,
Once again, if you're willing to wait a few days, they can probably make it for you, custom.
Sure.
Also, I will say, X, like, again, if you're not worried about the price, as
I was
long as
hoping
it's
for-
low enough. Okay,
Yes.
you're waiting. You're
I
wanting a
realized it-
discount.
I would like a discount because otherwise I literally would have like 20 gold left.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
well, guess what? You're gonna have to pay full price and wait a
Level
couple
up.
days at that rate.
Okay.
But you can get them. They're here. They just not
Okay.
in stock. They gotta work on them.
We'll see if we can get
And
money in the
hopefully,
meantime.
if you wait a couple of days, you will have an opportunity to make more money.
Yes.
Okay, so
Actually, don't you guys have a pile of axes somewhere you can
yes,
sell?
we have
Oh, yeah.
axes, short. We have. Let me double check this. We have. Where's the cart? Where's the cart? We have 3 axes, 2 short bows, and a spike chain. We also have a few other things. We also have a wood axe in there, a pickaxe, spare cartwheel, spare axle, some salted pork and breadcrumbs, and 8 wolf pelts. I'm gonna be turning those wolf pelts into something though later. So
I guess we could just off
You can mass dump your fucking axes,
that
yeah.
stuff, I guess.
yeah, you can off the axes and short bows. I'm not gonna use one. Anyway, Omega, I would like to spend that triumph to extend the range of the effect of the Ghost Lantern to medium.
That's fair. You can increase it
That's
by 1
pretty
range
good.
band. It's a very good lantern.
It is. But I will reiterate this because I'm probably gonna have to remind you guys. But the thing is it'll emit light up to medium range, and all allies within this range upgrade the perception check to spot hidden things once. And the lantern works even underwater.
We're seeing that when I looked it up. Cool.
So perfect.
And it is even with Porter's craftsmanship, it's still a slightly spooky lantern.
Spooky.
Yeah, let's call this a.
But I'm sure he can add his own flair. He can press some leaves of iron and stuff.
Yeah, let's call this a spirit lantern. It's not quite. It's spooky, but it's a bit more in touch with the other side.
All right. If that is all the things, then we can go ahead and end here. Woo!
Woo!
Spooky Christmas end here. Okay.
Sorry, I don't
Okay,
really have
alright.
anything to shop for.
Well, yeah.
I just wanted to buy
try
the
to get
wings
it
because I
in
thought
Div
they
1.
looked cool.
All right. Okay. Let's see. This one was pretty streamlined, so we'll call it a 15er.
15er, huh?
We are kind of in between some stuff here.
Alrighty.
How many counters do we have?
Just a couple, but they were pretty streamlined. One of them was just the Nef Caravan.
Alrighty.
Damn,
Well, I'm gonna
5
stop the
short.
recording then.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.